how are you gonna out of the gate hit me? How are you gonna do that out the gate, Juno? What, dude? I haven't even started yet. This could be garbage. You didn't do that. Oh, okay. Never mind then. My bad. This could be garbage though. How's everyone doing? Welcome in, everybody. Nirvana, you got first again. Congratulations, Rabbit. That's me, supposedly. Supposedly that's me. How's everyone doing? Octo, hello. I wave. I see your wave. I raise you another. Tiger's coming in with a. Hold on, let me back the camera up for this. A little dancey dance. A little dancey dance. Yeah. Fancy a tea, perhaps a lemongrass or Earl Grey. You know, Tiger, as much as I appreciate it, you always offer. Can I make you a tea today, Tiger? What would you like? I have a wide sample of teas available to you. So you let me know. As much as I appreciate it, I feel like you're always making them. I should make one for you for once. Juno, how you doing? Also, Wholesome, hello. Hello, good to see you. Hello. Juno, thank you for the 40 months. I appreciate it. Hello. I paused a VOD for this. Wait. Which VOD? Whose VOD did you pause? That'll determine whether I say if you should go back or not. It'll depend. Oh, Wubby's VODs are so much better, dude. I don't stand a chance. Also, Pat, how you doing? Welcome in. How is everyone doing? Welcome to space. Welcome to space. I've been feeling spacey lately. You know, I've been feeling spacey. Not like, no more than usual in that way. But you know what I mean. I've been super into space again. Wow. Look at it. It just goes on and on. Wesley Wabbit. Oh, resub last stream. Oh, okay. Well, it hit the notification this time. So thank you for doing it last stream. And I'm sorry that the notifications only just caught up. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Birthday stuff. Pat, happy birthday. Did you find the dessert that you were looking for? I remember our discussion. Did you find the dessert? Why you Tiger? Why you always scooting on the carpet? Come on. This is 5 scoots. 5. I see how it is. Just binge the whole Resident Evil Wubby Let's Play. He has a Let's Play channel now? I didn't know that. I bet it's good. Keep funny. Shh, don't tell him. It goes right to it. Nah, he knows he's funny. He's good at what he does. I don't catch his stuff as much as I used to, though. Schedules and all that. VODs? Yeah, you could do VODs. That's for sure. What have we got? Chill. Thank you so much. Wait, chill, you know? But thank you so much for the 51 months. That time of the month I get true, and I always appreciate it. How are you, Chill? How's your day been? How have you, how now, brown cow? How have you been? I got stuck in a loop. I'm sorry. Yo, I have been having a blast in VR chat again lately, y'all. I've just been going and hanging out with folks, talking with friends, doing some of the old school stuff, seeing friends in their worlds and then meeting some new people. And yeah, the energy's been good in VR. It's been good. A bunch of treats? Excellent. Happy to hear that, Pat. Well, happy birthday, my friend. I wish you a happy birthday and many, many more joyous birthdays. Haven't been up to much today? What do you mean? What do you mean you haven't been up to much? The day is still young. There's unlimited time. You can do anything with it. Also, thank you for the 2 months. Yippee! I can't do the wholesome voice, but I know the yippee! Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes. Good on tea. Got the day off slurping on. Ooh, a little bit of coffee. I like the jitters from the coffee. It's like, oh, we went for the good stuff today. We got a cup of coffee. We're gonna have a really good time. This is gonna be the best stream ever. High energy. We got a plenty of coffee. Oh my god, this is gonna be so great. That would be me on coffee, no doubt. Brown chicken, I don't know. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about that as a possibility. It's 2 hours to midnight, not really young anymore. Okay, well then, maybe this day we put to rest. But then there's a new day, 2 hours away. That means with the remaining 2 hours that you have today, you need to be planning your agenda for tomorrow so that tomorrow is a powerfully accomplished day. Yeah. Yeah. Yippee! It is a good thing. You do it well. Also, everyone, I'm so sorry for missing our Tuesday talks. Work was busy and there was some other stuff going on, and there was no way that I could really make it work. I thought about showing up like an hour late, but it wasn't in the cards that day. So I took a day and did a little self-care, that sort of thing. Actually, speaking of a little bit of self-care, y'all, I made a phenomenal chuck roast, like a beef roast. You know what I'm talking about? Slow cooker. Let me tell you, this is what I ended up doing with the time that I was gonna stream, because I needed to do something and just like relax and focus on something like very solo kind of situation, So I got like this 3-pound chuck roast from the grocery store. All right, amazing. All right, that's a strong start. I went grocery shopping. That's powerful stuff. I also got like the russet gold potatoes. Right. Skip the carrots. I don't want no carrots in my roast. Skip that. Then, okay, I went to the fresh herbs, like in the refrigerated section, and I actually got fresh parsley, rosemary, and thyme, and I actually like stripped them, minced them, all that stuff. Got some beef broth, all the things you need. Yellow onions, chopped it all up, got it all ready to go. Made a nice, like, sort of browned the chuck roast really fast with some avocado oil, right, in the pan. Okay, you see where I'm going with this? Threw it in the slow cooker, added the like all the ingredients that were chopped up real nice and fine. Got some garlic in there too, of course. Plenty of salt and pepper. 8 hours on low. 8 hours later, there was this phenomenal chuck roast waiting. I had to smell it all night as it cooked. I had a big plate when it was ready. And there's enough for leftovers, and it's sitting in its like in the gravy in the fridge, and so it's just getting better as it stews, as it marinates. Oh, it was a day well spent. So thank you all for letting me have the Tuesday off from stream. I needed it, and it was good. It made me feel better. So yeah, I appreciate it. Have fun in space. Watch out it doesn't get corrupted by capitalism. I'll give it time. I'm sure we'll find out that this nebula is full of some resource that we need. We'll learn to mine it. We'll get like tractor beams so we can extract, the lithium or something. Who knows? But yeah, the food was good. And then today, I made less exciting food. I like hard-boiled a bunch of eggs and shelled them and everything. But they're ready to go. Hard-boiled eggs. A habit that don't eat carrots? I know. I like carrots on their own, but I don't like them in my roast. I don't know. The texture. They just get weird. So, but that's okay. It was still amazing food. And if I had it to share, I would share. That's how good it was. It was like cooking that I was proud of. I was like, wow, I actually made something. Wow. You can only be young once, but you can always be immature. That is true. That is true. I feel like there's wisdom there. Deviled eggs are so good, Green King. I love deviled eggs. I need to find a good deviled egg recipe and start working through that. Also, how are you, my friend? It is good to see you. Woo! Everyone, thank you so much for the hype train. I appreciate it. Yes, yes, yes. All the subs. Yes, you all. Maybe some of you got emotes. I don't know how that works anymore. But thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Remember, it's still early in the stream. Shit could go bad. You don't ever know. Nice to know you. What a good song. I did not get that. I've never played Red Alert 3. I've played like the Command and Conquer, like Tiberium Wars, Kane's Wrath, you know, a lot of those. However, I've never played the Red Alert games. I should, though, because I really like Tiberium Wars and Kane's Wrath. I think they're really fun. Actually, that's one of the strategy games that that daspra and I play together from time to time. He's actually quite good. He uses like a turtle strategy, but he's so good at it. Oh my gosh. We'll get on there and do like we'll do PvE, you know, we'll team up and we'll do like 2 humans versus like 3 bots or something and put them on the hardest difficulty, and man, I'm like struggling for my life, and Dadspra's just like, yeah, I'm just building my base up. Don't you? I'll come over there and protect you once I get my resources lined up. And I'm like, dear Lord, there's enemies everywhere. He's pretty good at it. Bad rainbows go to Prism. It's a light sentence that gives them time to reflect. What? Oh, that's a pretty good one. Warframe until 3 a.m. Who's your favorite Warframe? I only remember Mesa with the guns. I played Warframe for a very brief time. It wasn't my cup of tea, but Mesa was like Equilibrium, you know? I think that was her name, Mesa. Yeah. Send me the clip. I appreciate it. I'll check it out post-stream. Ask me anything. Chill. That's 1,500 channel points. Do you wear wigs? Can you be more specific? Do you mean the avatar? Do you mean me personally? Do you mean like for fun? Do you mean do I need to like all the time? Can you just give me some context? That would be very helpful. Also, Green, thank you so much for the 49 months of support. Dude, I really appreciate it, Green. How are you? Oh, look, another month. You're so casual about it. Like, oh, another month. Thank you so much. Hopefully it works better. Maybe. Fox made Rocky Horror Picture Show. Disney owns Fox, so technically Tim Curry is a Disney princess. I love this train of thought. I don't know. I want to go to Disney World now and see Tim Curry there. Well, that might be difficult for him. I'd like to see like a reference to Tim Curry's role there. That would be cool, right? Have I worn wigs? Past tense. The answer to both these questions is yes. It depends on the context. But yes, I wear them from time to time. And yes, I have worn them before. Will you wear wigs? Yes. Is this worth all of these channel points? What are you doing? Your Ask Me Anythings are fascinating. What do you do with them? Valkyrie is pretty good. Yeah. What you? What do you mean? Yeah, right. 30 hours in the past 2 days. Also, hold on. Psst. Wait a minute. I got focused on the questions. Proteus, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for the 27 months. Holy crap. 27 months. Holy shit, a wild Das appeared. It's me. Get your Pokeballs ready. Actually, you have to use a Safari Ball on me. You can't hit me or I'll just run. You can only catch me in the Safari Zone, okay? But you can't throw little apples at me. If they have peanut butter with them, I might stick around, and then you have a better chance of catching me. How you doing, Proteus? Good to see you. Just send it. Appreciate it, Pat. When will you wear wigs? I thought you were saving to be a millionaire. Why are you blowing all your points on these questions? Chill, what are you doing? When will I wear them? When the time is right. When the stars align. When the nebula crosses paths with the moon's orbit. I don't know. Sometimes. I don't have a good answer for this, man. Ants on a log? Wait, isn't that like, that's like celery and like raisins and stuff, right? And there's, was it peanut butter or? I like when you like boat celery like that and you do like the cheese and the mayo, and some other, I can't remember what else you put in it, but there's like another style instead of the raisins that uses like cheese and mayo. That one's really good too. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, they're really good. A fastball. That would just hurt. Could you imagine if someone smacked you at the... Like imagine a pitcher just like throwing a fastball full strength. I don't get it. I don't get it, Chill. I don't get your reference. I'm sorry. Did you waste your channel points on a joke that I don't even get? Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I will refund 0 of them. I still answered your questions. If I didn't get the joke, I can't help it. Only 23? Yeah, but I got my audio and stuff set up for stream right now, so I can't route the audio through my headset for a YouTube video, like off linked. I can only do that if I'm on desktop mode. Everything's set up in my VR headset, and I got my like panels up and stuff, so I'll have to check it out post stream. Wow. A peanut butter and banana. Peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Again, I'm sensing a theme with mine, which is mayo. A banana sandwich with like mayo and like pepper and stuff, also amazing. Banana sandwiches are totally underrated, y'all. Totally underrated. Anyway, you felt getting hit with a fastball from a pitcher? Green, are you a baseball extraordinaire? Pow! I didn't know that. Green lore unlocked. The one you catch Inte with? Wait, like a Master Ball? What? I think you've gone outside my Pokemon lore knowledge at this point. I'm like a baby Gen 1 player, you know? Claudion, how you doing? Hello, good to see. Grab the bunny. You have to catch me first. And we're in space. You'll never catch me out here. Also, Blood, how you doing? Hello. Freaking bunny. What do you mean freaking bunny? Jigglypuff not only puts daspra to sleep, it puts everyone. It's true. Jigglypuff will sing, and we're all just out. Dagon. Is that how I say? Did I say the name right? Dagon 232. Dagon. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Steals all the nuggies and a random piece of clothing. Look, I'm not wearing like there. I got the pants and the tank top. I really don't have a lot of clothing to like spare. Can you maybe just take the nuggies and leave me with the clothing? I don't have a ton here. I think I have a pair of shorts like in the other room. You're welcome to those, but yeah. Can't catch me? I don't know. I'm pretty fast. I'm not. I'm quite slow, actually. Lord of the Rings jokes. Lord of the Rings joke. Jokes. Oh, from an interview? Oh yeah. I don't watch like the interviews and stuff, so I wouldn't have caught that. My bad. Why is that so cute? Cause the Avatar, people did great work on it. Vicky and Chill and Ms. Mayhem and all kinds of folks did amazing work on the Avatar. That's what makes it cute. It has nothing to do with the person behind the curtain, if you will. It's all the Avatar work. Credit to them. Also, how you doing, Nick? Good to see you. I hope everyone had a wonderful week, y'all. I know we missed Tuesday, so we got a lot of catching up to do because I think it's been like an entire week, right, since we last caught up. You've been involved in the sport since 3? Catcher? Oh yeah, because you got to maintain that like, you got to keep that like squat position when you're catcher. You got to like protect your face and stuff. No, I couldn't do that. I don't know how you did it, dude. I just did a squat on stream. That's wild. Don't tell anyone. I ain't being hunted in space, Blood. I'm fine. Dagon got it right. Okay. I like the name. Is there inspiration behind it? I'm not being hunted by anybody. Mods redeem the battle redeem. I'm out of points. What? Steal the whole bunny? No. 2000s meme? Okay. Were memes a thing in the 2000s? I guess they were. I don't know when it went from just like internet joke to meme. I don't know when that transition happened. Back in my day, we just bought joke books at the Scholastic Book Fair. No spiders. Juno's right. You really don't want to look behind the curtain. All right, you don't have to point it out every time, though, man. 2 Ship to Harkinian got an update. Now it supports multiplayer Majora's Mask. We might have to make some summer plans then. I've got my summer schedule that I'm working on. I was thinking about you in particular, literally 3 hours ago when I was looking at my my GCal. Ooh la la. Anyway, I was thinking about you because I was like, man, I gotta like work in a stream with Proteus. I gotta work in. I want to do the Majora's Mask for sure. I think the multi-game stream would be fun, and we've got to work out. Not necessarily with you on this one, Proteus, but I got to work out another game show. That was so much fun. Got to get Juno on. I wish I could stay, but I got to eat. You stream so late. I'm sorry, Claudia. I'm sorry. I do stream late. I keep a like a late work schedule, and so I have to stream really late as well because this is just the time of day that I'm awake, you know? I sleep during the day. That could change in the near future. I don't know. Possibly. I'm always looking for new opportunities, like job-wise, but hey, you never know. Amber, how you doing? How art thou? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. How are you? I said don't tell anyone, Octo. Shh. Also, the questions were between the Wig interview or the video known as Jonathan Frakes Ask You Thing. Wait, like the same Jonathan Frakes from Star Trek? Big fan. It's too late. The meme animals with the striped backgrounds? That's where you think that it shifted from funny internet jokes to meme, probably. And like Neon Cat, right? That feels like the time. That feels like the time. Also, Amber, I haven't responded yet, but I was laughing so much at my character in your game. I don't know why I am the way I am in your game. It's a disturbing character arc development. I don't know. I don't know what has happened, and I'm sorry. I wish I could change, but this is who I am. Okay, I'm sorry. That was peak internet. Absolutely. EP, will get some rest. Everybody gets. If y'all are tired, get some rest. Look, we're floating in space, but I didn't want people to like be scared, so I put the little like grid floor down. See, so we're not actually floating. You can think of this as like a holodeck from Star Trek. This is all just a holographic experience. In fact, will this even show up for you all? I can spawn a menu. Look at that. Y'all don't normally get to see the cool stuff I can do in the world. I can spawn this menu here, and if we want at any point, we can just like change it up. We can go full stars, right? We can see different nebula variations. It's kind of cool. Or we can go to hyperspace at any point as well. This is a fun little world. But I was really enjoying. We were on Space Nebula 2, so we're gonna stay there for now. Nice. It's fun when y'all actually see what I'm doing, so I don't just look like I'm being ridiculous. I mean, you know, I usually am, but it's fun when at least you know I am waving my arms about wildly. Also, FM, how you doing? You streamed today? Very nice. How did it go? Dirt Rally 2. Ooh, how was it? Game show in the future? Absolutely, chill. I want to get like a group of like 6 folks for the next one, I think. Games besides Zelda? I don't know if I'd be good at any of those. Maybe some of them. Bum, 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 bum. Never fails to put tears in my eyes. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm like this, okay? I can't help it. It's just who I am. Frosted Frakes? What is it? What is happening? Like a kid asking endless questions. It seems like an interesting concept. I don't watch a ton of like the interview stuff like that, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out one day. I do like Jonathan Frakes though, so. OG crazy frog voice. Wait, it's been floating around Instagram, really? It was really dirty, your stream. Oh my god, from Dirt Rally 2. It's like a racing and like a little bit of combat sort of game, right? With the cars. I feel like I've seen it. Game show? Yeah, Green. I did a while ago now. I did a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire stream, right? And we had Blood, and we had Airy, and we had Shub on as our 3 contestants. And it was kind of a trial run to see how it went. And I found out that like the sweet spot is probably 6 players so that everybody gets a chance to play. And we actually do like a proper game show and stuff. We also have the ability to do some other things that I'm investigating, like maybe a family feud or whatever. And I'm reaching out to folks for like possibly being part of it on a case-by-case basis. But it was a really fun stream. Very different because instead of being focused on chat the whole time, right, I was much more focused on being a game show host. But it was still a lot of fun. Yo, Amber's streaking through. Oh my, Amber! That's 7 streaks, Amber. 7! It's very funny. This seance was wild. I don't know why. Anyway. Link on Discord? Appreciate it, Proteus. Rally game? Okay, gotcha. I thought it was something in that vein. Grave shift. Late night pizza delivery. Hopefully, late night pizza is always safe and not dangerous. Alfie's watching? Alfie! Alfie's amazing. The more times you share photos of Alfie, the more I get excited. I'm like, oh my god, it's Alfie! Also, Dwaggy! Blarg, how you doing? Hello. Why not do something similar to Whose Line Is It Anyway? You know, there is a world for that. There's, what is it, like Audience Anarchy or something like that? The world in VR chat? We absolutely could. I need to get the right group of people together. It helps to have people who are familiar with Twitch so that you don't risk a like accidental terms of service bumping up against, or like TOS sort of like bumping up against the rules of streaming because someone makes a joke, right? You got to be, anytime you got improv, you got to be super careful because you don't want people to go off the rails with their comedy. So, but it is a good idea, Tiger. Have you ever had the desire to write your initials in wet cement? Are these some of the questions? Mountain biking, when you grow up, what's the right tip? It depends on the service. Also, the country. You know, some countries just pay their... Some people just pay their waiters correctly instead of relying on tips. Have you called a plumber to your home? No, I haven't called a plumber to my home lately. Man, I'm going to say that and then I'm going to stop streaming and my dishwasher is going to be flooding or something, right? Ugh. Grave shifts is a FNAF. Is it? Things can be dangerous. What I will say about late night shifts is you truly never know what's going to happen. Like anything could happen on a late night shift. That is the time of day where people are most likely to make bad choices, where accidents are most likely to occur, right? It's just nighttime is a question mark. You know what you should be doing at night? You should be sleeping, says the person who streams late at night. Accidental turn. Tree, is that another question? Is that another one of the game show questions, or are you just posing this question? Also, how you doing, Tree? Oh no, Robin Williams. Yes. I was watching a Dead Poets Society, which not really his like improv skills on display there, but I was watching Dead Poets Society. What a phenomenal film. Yeah, Robin Williams was a class act. A master of his craft, hands down. What if you did a game show about Golden Balls, Split or Steel? Wait, what? Porteous, I don't, what is that? What is that? Deliver to some weird folk? Not the good kind of, I believe you. I can't imagine some of the, like you knock on someone's door and it's like, delivery, and like they just open the door. You never know. What, like as soon as they open the door, you never know what's going to be happening behind that door. Oh my God. Yep, Robin Williams, phenomenal. Agreed, Octo. Nighttime isn't the right time to fight. No, we're not. Also, I love the like the pog and the little sword. Oh, I see what you're setting up, Green King. Very well. Also, Trusted, how you doing? Welcome in. Hello. Okay, Green King, I have a quick question for you. Are you shiny hunting? Since you've challenged me to a Pokemon battle, I need to know if you're shiny hunting or not. The Prisoner's Dilemma? It's a game show based on that. I have heard of The Prisoner's Dilemma. Interesting. You are shiny hunting. Okay. It's your birthday today. Trust it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Did you do anything fun? Also, before I forget, I owe Green King a Pokemon battle. So y'all, let me hit that really fast, and then we'll come right back to the conversation. But happy birthday, happy birthday. I look forward to reading about your birthday when I get back from this Pokemon battle. All right, Green King, you said you're shiny hunting, so let's do it. Good luck. Ooh, you were shiny hunting, but yeah, you gotta train more. The shiny version's harder to beat. Harder to beat. I'm just saying. Ooh. I'm just saying. Ooh, like, thank you so much for the ooh. And guess what? Excess overlay. Wow, come on. I was complimenting Excess the other day, and now it's crashed in 2 streams. Why? Why would you do this to me, Excess? Y'all give me like 2 seconds to get Excess back online, please. Sorry about that. Sorry. You can still type. I can't see your chat right now because you know how it goes. You know. All right, let's get everything back online. I need the overlay here. Whoop. Okay, I can see chat again. That's good. I like to have a chat overlay on the right as well. That way, wherever I'm looking, I got to keep my eyes on you all. Y'all are crafty. Y'all are crafty. And then we need the activity overlay. Right there. Perfect. So I can do my dramatic point. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Thanks for your patience. Sorry about that. Okay. Yes, happy birthdays all around. You have an interesting Robin Williams related story? What is it? I'd love to hear it. Never seen Twitch chat win one of these? Wait, Draggy, would you like to? Dang, he cheated? I didn't cheat. That was the shiny version. Guess I'm gonna get a spider type. Instant win. Sasha Mitchell? I wouldn't stand a chance. Bold of you to think an Octoling can perish? It didn't say die, it said that you all whited out. Y'all didn't die, you whited out. Only daspra dies in the fight. Daspra Blast, yeah, it's a hyper beam. Rigged? What do you mean? Okay, Green King said that they were shiny hunting. All right? That was a choice. You all made choices. Not fast. That was not fascinating. I was over it at that point. That's the second time it's crashed in like 2 weeks. Dramatic point. Have a good stream. You too, Trusted. Happy birthday. Thanks for swinging by. Happy birthday. You get 2 people, each with 2 golden balls. They say split or steal, respectively. Those 2 people have to decide whether to split the reward 50-50. If both choose split, both get 50% of the prize. If one picks split, the other picks steal. The person who picks steal gets everything. If they both pick steal, nobody gets anything. So I heard that there's like something about this on social media right now as well. I was watching on Tuesday. I was watching Shudai's stream, and they were talking about this exact thing. It was like if 50% of the people on the planet press this button, this thing happens. But if you hit the other button, you live or something. I don't know. I was like, what the hell? It feels like it's yeah. I don't understand why greed always gets people. That's why this happens. Because there'd always be the person who tries to steal, you know? Always. If everyone would just take their one, everybody would get some. You want a chat onesie? What do you mean? Point Tiger. Whited out, perished. Potato. I don't know if that's true. I can still rush you to the Pokemon Center. This isn't a this isn't a Nuzlocke, all right? I can still get you to the Pokemon Center. You'll be fine. You will be fine. Kaisenet's done it a few times with the. Oh, okay, interesting. I think I also think like a Price is Right style would be fun. I just got to figure out how to do that. Yeah, it would be fun to get folks together to do things like that though. That has been one of my goals this year. Trying to stream more regularly and trying to experiment with like different forms of content. Don't get me wrong. I love the chatting streams. They're amazing. But it is fun to shake it up, you know? Try new things. See what works, what doesn't. Back when I did the first Millionaire stream, grabbing my water. Back when I did the first Millionaire stream, I was still having like stream issues where the headset was kind of lagging and stuff sometimes. So the audio would like randomly drop. I went back and watched the VOD the other day, sort of reviewing and trying to think about like what to do better. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I was having that trouble. So we don't even have that anymore. "50% of the population picks the blue pill or whatever, everyone lives, but if more than 50% of the population picks red, whoever picks the blue will die, but red is guaranteed safe." If everyone picked red, then no one needs the moral dilemma. Yeah. It's an interesting... These sort of like philosophical and moral debates come up from time to time. It's always interesting to see how they're reintroduced. What's really interesting is the original derivation of some of these experiments. Early social sciences did these experiments on people without like supervision of ethics committees and that sort of thing. And so people thought they were like actually killing someone or actually hurting people. And they only told them after the experiment was over that it's like, oh, this was just an experiment, right? They actually believed they were hurting people and killing people in these things. And people, we saw an interesting side of humanity. We also caused a lot of mental distress to people. So I'm glad that we don't do that anymore. Let's Make a Deal. That's another good show. Yeah, good idea. Just one night. As long as schedules align, yeah, Green, you'd be a good one to have them for sure. Wish I was guaranteed safe. Tree, you're always safe here. All right, here in space, you're totally safe. You're fine. Don't worry. Nothing can go wrong. This is not real space. Remember, this is like a hologram. That's why we have the floor here. This is the holodeck. No one's able to publish first? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure they happen behind closed doors. Right? And I'm sure people, yes. I'm not going to pretend like they don't happen, but at least it's not like, being done, at what we hope. Ideally, it's not being done at like a university where they're publishing the results and like, look at all the harm we cause to these people, right? You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Wow, we're making Matrix references now, and I'm a rabbit on stream? That's wild. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. You want a risky space? We'll have to like jump light speed to a riskier. Currently, see, in this nebula, no sensors can locate us. We're safe here, right? It disrupts sensors and long-range communication, so I think we're fine for now. But we'll have to warp to a more dangerous one if you want. This could all be huge coincidence. One day I was at Walgreens, supplies for a trip. Okay, Pat, to the drive when suddenly. I felt really sad, couldn't explain why. Then a few days to a week later, we found out, oh man. I mean, Pat, maybe it was like a premonition of some kind. I mean, I don't know what's possible and what isn't. Who knows? That's kind of wild to think about, isn't it? Man. Dentist in the morning? Green, take care. Good luck at the dentist. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Have a good day, my friend. Des, you're 5'1", right? No, I'm 5'3". I know 5'1". I'm gonna fight for my 2 inches, all right? What are you listening to the music on? Is this owned or streamed? But this is owned. Yeah, this is owned. This is essentially like iTunes. So yeah, that's kind of how I do that on stream right now until I find something better. Too tall. That's not too tall. Is there a Star Trek bridge in VR chat? There is, Tiger. There's a whole Star Trek community that they all have like their own ship bridges and stuff, and they do like Star Trek roleplay and stuff. Really cool. I've been meaning to break into that community. I want to meet one of the folks, but I just haven't had the chance to. So, is that Sir Duncan? Sir Duncan, hello. How are you? Welcome in. I hope I got your name right, but I hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome into space. You want space that requires a lawyer? What? What are you up to in space, Tree? 8 inches? Oh, wait. That's a big rabbit. 8 inches? I mean, well, some rabbits get really big, right? But some are little guys. Little guys. I'm definitely in the little guy category, you know? Amber, I think I know what joke you're talking about, and I thought about it, and that's part. See, I set it up, Amber. I was waiting. Then I was gonna be like, "Why would you say that?" Ah, I set it up for you, Amber. It was easy. You can. That is true. You can play copyrighted music backward with no repercussions yet. Currently, right? But I'm pretty sure eventually they'll be able to scan it in both directions and figure it out. I mean, right now, this is like a violation of terms of service, but I have it set up so that the VOD doesn't save the file, right? So, but yeah, this is a DMCA issue. I keep it kind of low, and if it ever becomes an issue, I'll just swap over to like a non-copyrighted playlist. I have several of those as well. We have options, but I don't know. I have more fun when I have my high energy music on. So, snacking. What you having? What you snacking on? Another song to post? I know. I am so behind on songs. I was thinking about that today. I think I have a chance to pick them up to get caught up this weekend, though. So that should be good. Not much taller than me, 5'5". 2 inch. Again, every inch matters. Space Crimes. Are you a Green King? Are you a Star Citizen player or something like that? If you're into Space Crimes. No VR juice daspra is somehow more... Okay, Amber, I have a theory about this because I've noticed the same. Number one, I'm more intentional about getting into the stream headspace before stream because I know that I don't have the aid of the VR juice, right? So I like have a playlist before stream that kind of gets me energized a little bit. I try and do like some more active things. Like I'd go for a walk and stuff and try to like get my blood flowing and stuff to get ready, right? I want to be like active for stream. That's part of the goal. So I'm more intentional about the time leading up to the moment instead of just like pouring VR juice. And then because I'm not under the influence of any VR juice, I'm much more aware of like the jokes and where my lines are instead of accidentally saying something, you know, I can be like, oh, I can skirt the edge there and then bring it back. And I'm like more in control of, I guess, my inhibitions. So it's easier to make some of the more chaotic jokes because I can keep barriers up. I don't know. That's my current theory anyway. 5'8", 5'9", average. Proteus, that's like massively tall relative to me. You're a giant compared to me. Doritos with hot sauce. Wait. Okay, that sounds good, but there are right and wrong choices for Dorito flavors, Duncan. Okay? This is a super important question. What kind of Dorito? What kind? Look at the giant. You dated Kobold? Wait, Kobolds are short too, right? Tiger, you're 5'9", also giant. No, you play Space Engineers? Oh, yeah. Is that where you build some of your creations as in Space Engineers? 6'1", hit your head on so many things. Mm-hmm. We can both go 5'7". I honestly, Tree, I really like being short. It's a good thing for me. It has led to several comedic moments in my life that I've enjoyed. So it does not bother me. I think I'll let you keep your extra inches. I appreciate the offer though. We'll go mid cam Or we can go far away. Wait, I misclicked. We can go far away, Cam, for space. La 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 la. We'll go mid cam. Get back here. Not fully psychic, but I do believe I have a little bit of that going on. I mean, there's been tons of military research and governmental research and academic research into like ESP and all that. There are so many stories out there of like weird predictions and premonitions and feelings and things, right? To suggest that it's impossible, that it cannot exist, is to make an assertion without any evidence. I am definitely in the camp of like, it's possible. I have no idea. So, hey, who knows? Who knows? The rain on your skin. Yes, Amber, you know. I can't imagine hitting my head on stuff from height. That is not a challenge that I find relatable. I'll be honest. You gotta be careful. You could like really hurt yourself if you're not paying attention. I imagine you just slam into a door frame or something. By the power of the arcade! You bagged a kobold boy. Can you be? You always word things so funny. Yo, I bagged a kobold. Like what? Are you saying that you're in a relationship, that you have a boyfriend and they're like a kobold? Is that? You have both nacho cheese and Cool Ranch? Oh, you don't even have to choose. Okay, that is the play, Duncan. Well done. I think, for me, Cool Ranch is the number one, right? And then nacho cheese is second. And then there's that purple bag? Like the sweet, hot, chili something? I don't know. You know the one I'm talking about? I don't like that one very much. But that's just me. I dropped my crown. Short King. Thank you. Thank you. Ugh. That's a demerit. I'm sorry. How am I so far behind on chat? Fun sized. That's me. Lego size. No. Tree. Hello. Tree. How are you? Skunk, how you doing? Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, Tree. It's not ESPN. It's ESP, not ESPN. All right. Drop the N. Wait, Draggy. So maybe you also you start thinking of a song and then yeah. See, right? Those are odd instances, anecdotes in the human experience that we don't readily have an explanation for. Like a lot of times people just say like coincidence. Okay, fine, maybe, but that's not a definitive explanation. So like the possibilities are endless. It's cool to think about that stuff. When I lived on an aircraft carrier, there was this valve stem that protruded from the ceiling. Giant flat screw. Hit my head on that 3 days in a row. Oh my gosh. Got massive headaches. And the shingles? Was the shingles related to hitting your head? What? The shingles are terrifying. Spicy sweet chili is purple bat. Yeah, that might be right. That might be right. I don't like that one. But the Cool Ranch, oh my gosh. That's where it's at. How you doing, Skunk, though? It's good to see you. Thanks for the hello. Late night loaded taco? Is that a Dorito flavor? See, I've never even heard of that one. No. Not ESP. Oh, Trey. Trey, drink your water or your tea or whatever you're having. Drink your green tea. Tree, you get angry when you have green tea, okay? Drink your Earl Grey. Yo, Battleship, how you doing? It's good to see you. Battleship, we're in space. How are you today? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Yeah. They are? I've never heard of late night loaded taco Doritos. That sounds amazing. I'm gonna have to try them. You learned about shingles? What? Like in school? What'd you learn? You don't like them either, Duncan? Yes. Nacho and Cool Ranch. A bottle of, is it a Tapatio hot sauce? Oh, you're not like a drizzle. You're a dump. With a dunk, you can control and get a precise amount, right? I'm more of a fan of the dip technique than the drizzle. Yep. Lady Gaga in space. The physical stress from hitting your head sharply in the same spot, massive headaches, the stress causes the shingles. Oh my gosh. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Oh, I'm sorry. Not 70s Hulk. I'm surprised he didn't have it too. Oh my god. Proteus, I keep trying to find like substitutes for all these Canadian chips I hear about. Like America released the full dressed or all dressed or whatever, like Lay's chips, but apparently they're not the same. They've like sweetened the palate of them for the American consumer, and so they're not even the real deal. It's like a fake. That's someone say tea. Oh. Cheers, Tiger. I got my water. Thank you for the tea. Waiting for the kobold to awaken. Nice. I hope you all have a good day. Das? Yes. Nirvana. This food talk making me. We always talk food. I'm sorry. We always get hungry here. Every time I end stream, I'm ending stream because I'm running to grab food. Because we talk about food so much that I get hungry. We should do a cooking stream. We still got to do the Lego stream first, though. One thing at a time. I, for sure, was a kid. I knew stuff I had no way of knowing. For example, I somehow knew a family friend broke her ankle on a skiing trip. What? See? This is what I'm talking about. These kind of anecdotes. How do you explain this? You can't. That's just like coincidence? Maybe? I don't know. What is it? We don't know. Withering Waves making a collaboration with CD Projekt Red of Cyberpunk Edge. Huh? Is this gonna be like a game? Limited time play. Oh, that means they're gones. Duncan's in the. That's true. You got. Good joke. Got the Duncan. Disclose the origin of the Nirvana name. I don't think so. I just assumed you were a fan of the band. My wife got shingles. She's Japanese, and when she says it, it sounds like she's telling people she's. Oh, like she's. Oh. So the way she pronounces shingles, it sounds like I'm single. The prescription is like, what can I help you with? It's like, oh yeah, I'm single. It's like, no, what? I could see that being a humorous interaction. The some sort of nerve, which is why it affects the face the way it does. Hold on, wait. As well as one side of the body following other nerves. So it's all like affecting the nerve, and then that everything beyond that's just symptoms of the affected nerve. Huh? That's kind of cool. The body's so wild. Mad respect. Barbecue, ketchup, sour cream, onion, salt, and vinegar. Okay. But I noticed a lot of the American ones make it too sweet. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing, Proteus. Also, Vixie the Cute Fox. Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in. Hello. Hold on, let me put my water bottle down. I gotta put it over here. There we go. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you had a wonderful day. Dark Moon, how you doing? Sorry, y'all. I'm behind on chat. Y'all know how I am. I'll get caught up. I promise. What? Wait, what was already a game? They're just having a bit. Huh? What? Huh? Oh, grilled ham and cheese sounds so good. Tiger, why? Tiger, you have to stop this. You're becoming too powerful. Oh. More of a tangy flavor. See, I want to try that. I like tangy flavors. I prefer like a salty snack to a sweet snack 100% of the time. That sounds so good. It sounds so good. Bum 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 bum. Bringing the anime characters from Cyberpunk Edge Runners to their game. I see. Blue like their water. I used to drink their water. That's cool. So is Nirvana like a specific name of like a character, like an OC or something? Bum 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 bum. Hmm. Oh, I think that's okay. What do you mean, boo?
I say boo.
I'll pull that through. I'll pull that through. Auto mod. Ba-bum. Hickory sticks as well. What is that? Is that like a beef jerky? Hmm. Bring it back in. I like the up close dramatic angle. This is how I talk to people. I'm like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? I got shingles once on the crotch inner thigh. Not a fun place to get it. It was painful to even walk. That sounds awful. I know that like it's just there's like blistering and stuff. Yeah, it's very painful, right? Ugh. As you get older, there's a shingles vaccine, I think, if I remember correctly. And so like elderly folks, they're really encouraged to get that. But I think you have to be a certain age to be eligible for it, or maybe certain health. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't work in medicine. Make sure you check with your own medical providers when you have medical questions. But yeah, I think there is something like that. Nirvana's one with the gay tail. The rainbow tail? Nice. Wait, so do you prefer to be called Remen now? Because I've just kept calling you Nirvana, mostly just to prove to you that I remember who you are. Hey. A Subway sandwich with chips and Dr. Pepper. Okay, wait, what kind of chips, Battleship? And what kind of sandwich? Is it an Italian sub? My favorite. Uh-oh, Hickory Sticks enjoyers are fighting each other. Maybe I just need to come up to Canada. Maybe that's the answer. Yo, watch out, hot shingles in your area. Oh, man. He doesn't know. I don't know. You have to fill me in. Ah! They're like chips in a mini French fry shape, like mini potato sticks. Hickory smoked baconish flavor. That sounds amazing. Either works. Okay. I think everyone thinks I'm ridiculous because I see like Remen Cyrodiil and I'm always like Nirvana. And people are like, what? I have a bunch of folks that I do that. I still like call them their previous name. And I think people that don't know, like that haven't been in chat before, like, what is he talking about? You know what? I'm going to skip that one. Do it. Just don't go to Vancouver or Toronto because traffic is fair enough. But isn't that like part of the Canadian experience, right? You got to spend like if you're gonna do like 2 weeks in Canada, I assume you got to spend a week of it appreciating like rural countryside, scenic views, nature, like that side of it, and then I assume a week of it has to be in some of your like globally recognized like mega cities, right? There's like two sides, right? I mean, there's more than two sides to Canada, but you get what I mean. Like you do the super like nature side and like the super urban side, right? I would assume that would be the approach. You got the hot sauce? Let's go. Get your butt up here. Buy you some hickory sticks. Oh wow. I'll warn you though. Full disclosure: if I do arrive in Canada, if you see me on the streets up there, I'm not actually a bunny. Shh. Don't tell anyone. The bug calls me Nirvana, but I was gonna... What? Why are you gonna kill him? Why?
Boo.
What do you mean? Why are we booing?
I say boo.
Mixed bag traffic-wise, Vancouver. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, that's true of any like city though, right? Traffic is just on the rise everywhere. We need to invest more in public transportation. That would help offset some of the like individual cars and that sort of thing. Lettuce, meat, chicken, tomato, cucumber, cheese, and green peppers, plus the hot sauce. That actually sounds like a really good sub. What sort of bread? Calgary? Maybe you're the person who's mentioned Calgary before. Maybe it was somebody else. But don't stay there. Head west for the Rockies, Banff and Jasper. Yeah. Proteus, I think you may have recommended this before. This sounds like a recommendation. I feel like But I've heard it from several Canadians as well. So those two things are not that far, right? That is such a draw of Canada. So many naturally dense areas. You know, I actually looked into Canadian immigration for a while, like just as a curiosity, because I like moving and going to new places. Like this was true. This has been true my whole life. This isn't like a recent thing. This has been true my whole life. I like moving. I like the idea of going places, seeing things, and I like the idea of like citizenship in different places. And yeah, I don't know. Canada seems cool. We'll just feign that I'm a bunny. I can get like bunny ears. Fake news, you are. All right, fake news. I am a bunny. Just kidding. The bug is the reason you found Cobalt. Hey, nice. Met someone you got along with through a stream community. That's kind of cool. We've had some folks that have like made friendships from our stream community as well, so that's kind of cool. Also, Sir Duncan, hold on. Since you have Sir in the name, I thought I would. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you are enjoying your Doritos and your hot sauce. And yeah, it's nice to meet you. I hope you had a good day. Thanks for the follow. Also, I don't know if you heard this. We're in space, but it's not. See the floor. That's so y'all know that this is just a hologram. We're fine. Wanted to be a scientist as a kid, so I come at things from a logical perspective. Paranormal is real in the sense that I believe there are things out there we don't understand. Absolutely, Pat. I'm a big evidence person. And so if I, kind of like you, I'm logical, evidence in that way. Like I think about a lot of things that way as well. And if I'm going to assert that I am an evidence person, right? A lack of evidence doesn't mean that something, it does not prove that it does not exist. It just means that there's not evidence of its existence yet. That's a big difference. And like people struggle with that. They're like, well, there's no proof. Like, but that doesn't mean there's also no proof that it doesn't exist. It's somewhere in the middle. It's in the unknown. One of my favorite spaces is the unknown. That's where the interesting questions are. Calgary is my hometown. Banff is the tourist spot in Canada. Yeah, I've heard Banff a lot. Extra Dr. Peppers, can't go wrong with that. Y'all, I'm off soda right now. I really miss my sodas. Whew. Today is day 31 or 2. It's either 31 or 30. So I'm officially a month with no to be totally upfront about it, I'm a month with no fast food, no takeout, like none of that. I've been cooking all my food, no soda, and no alcohol. A whole month. Wow. Life be different now. But it's been fun to cook and work on some things and try some alternatives to like my go-to snacks and that sort of thing. So it's been interesting. I do miss my sodas though. That's the thing I miss the most. When I'm like stressed at work, I used to just instinctively grab a soda and like just the sugar, the caffeine. It was so comforting, right? Yeah. Tiger, I see what you did there too. You're it. Rah. 1.5 hour drive. I feel like the Canadian drives are like similar to like driving across the U.S. So I know some people find those long drives kind of scary, but I think I'm pretty used to them. So I'd probably have to rent a car though. I don't know if I could probably. Yeah. If you're up for like a week or two, definitely worth checking out. Helping you kill Bug? Why? Why are you trying to kill Bug? Also, Zypher, how you doing? Just because he's a bad ruler? There's other ways to like eliminate that. How are you today, Zypher? How was your day? Hello. I'm out. Bye, Wabbit. Green King, thank you so much for stopping by. Take care of yourself. Goodbye. Would you go through the holographic floor? Well, apparently, my understanding of we're using Star Trek logic, right? My understanding is that it uses a series of like light and force fields to create floors and walls and stuff. So as long as we have power, we should be fine because the force fields are going to keep everything feeling like real matter, even if it's not. I don't know. I might not be exactly right. If there's any like hardcore Trekkies, feel free to correct me because I could be wrong on my Trek lore. Birthday's in 4 months. It's like birthday season. You do anything special for it? You don't know what else will be different in life if all the prices of items that keep going up go back down to the price of the 90s? Ah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, I was. Oof. Things be pricey. I'll just leave it at that. It's okay. We'll for a little while we'll sit on the internet and we'll pretend like, you know, we'll pretend like we're in space and we'll just talk about fun stuff and we'll not even worry about all the the things that we think about in our day to day, like how will I afford my eggs and my gas? Oh. Don't mention you're an American. See, I adopted the same thing when I was traveling in Europe, Amber. I was, instead of saying I was American, when people are like, oh, where are you from? I mean, people can tell I have a distinctly American accent. But I would often just be like, oh, I'm from like just south of Canada. That was my go-to response. It's like, I'm just south of Canada. Oh. Yeah, just south of Canada. I think everyone knew what I was doing, but I think they also could gather that I was like, ah. Good day so far. Glad to hear it, Zypher. That's phenomenal. Yeah, things are going great for me. It's been a good day. I did a little bit of work stuff and boiled up some eggs earlier for my, like I do like hard boiled eggs in the morning and I boil them in advance so I don't have to worry about it and you know all that sort of stuff. So and I've got some leftover like chuck roast that I did in a slow cooker waiting for me in the fridge. So post stream, I'm gonna have like a little chuck roast and some chopped up potatoes and all that. It'll be pretty good. Yeah, it's been a good day. Killing enemies removes them permanently. There are other ways you can negotiate, Nirvana. Not everything has to be violence. Dead rulers demoralize armies, or you turn them into a martyr, and then you have a new problem because martyrs can't be killed. Niagara Falls, down the road or up the road rather from Buffalo. Yep. That's another place I'd really like to go. So it's certainly one of my travel lists. Drive by Fox Gaming. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Wait. I didn't do. Welcome to space. That's my dramatic space moment. All right. I'm trying to do a heart, but I'm holding a water bottle. But thanks for the follow. Nice to meet you. Hope you had a good day. You shut down power in the room I'm standing in? I mean, I could dramatically fall through the floor, but then I'm going to have to play space back. Okay. Sorry, I should have done it more dramatically, but that was all I had in me. You lost me at Star Trek? I'm sorry. I usually do, so. My neighbor said her husband has gas. Do you mean... Tree, do you mean they're farty? Like, oof, gas? Or do you mean like fuel? Can you... What? Can you be... DS9? DS9's really good. Yeah. I like it. DS9's got good character growth and stuff. Garrick is a phenomenal character. I also really like Quark. And I like Odo's story too. So 100% believe ghosts are real. Few possible ghostly encounters. Yeah, those like ghostly moments where like something happens and you get that shiver down your spine and stuff. They're unsettling and you can't explain them, right? 100%. Love roast. Me too, Cypher. It turned out so well. I've been, for the past several years, I've been talking about this a little bit, like talking about cutting fast food for the last month and soda and stuff. Over the past several years, especially like from the pandemic forward, I've really spent more and more time at work, taking on additional responsibilities. And to be honest, like I haven't done a good job just, taking basic care of myself. I feel like most people can relate to this, right? You get responsibilities at work or family or what, you get kids and whatever happens. And you just kind of, your needs kind of get put on the back burner as you're taking care of other people in your life and your job. And that's okay. That happens. I'm not like judging people who do that, but it's easy to really slip and the years go by. And next thing you know, it's like, man, I'm really not as healthy as I was, 10 years ago. So I've been trying to just take a little more care, be a little more thoughtful, slow down, take a step back from work once in a while and cook a good meal, that kind of thing. So, but yes, roast was like my current slow cooker experiment, and I'm really happy with it. I want to make some changes. I think I want to add a little more salt and pepper next time as well. But it was really good. Those who remember can't be... That's fair. Allegiant Airlines used to do dirt cheap flights direct to and from LAX. Oh. About a 6-hour drive north from there. That's not a bad idea. That's good to know, Proteus. Appreciate the tips. If I'm heading that way up, I might just start DMing you and be like, all right, let's build the travel. Let's build an itinerary. You're right, Tree. I was. That's on me. I did bring it up. You're absolutely right. It was topical. Man, gas prices be up. My neighbor has gas. Tell them to bottle it. It's an investment at this point. You're right, Duncan. Wait. Our main character got spaced off the bridge? We can't have that. Let the Force fly with the Force. Ugh. Plot convenience. Oh, wait, we're venting the shuttle bay? That's okay. We can hold our breath and jump to the Falcon. Ah! It's okay. It's science fiction. So, in much the way that I can play D&D and I can, believe that, I don't know, that like Strahd is a vampire with vampiric motivations, I guess in the name of science fiction, I can suspend my disbelief and try to just enjoy it, I guess. I had the same thoughts though. That's wild, Tiger. You found the new gas meta. Just stop by Taco Bell. You'll be set. $1.49. What item is $1.49 at Taco Bell? Is it just like a taco? What are we talking here? When's the last time you tried to enjoy something and failed? Oof. That's a hard-hitting question. I mean, pretty regularly, I think, right? Like, I regularly will pick up a... Like, someone's like, oh, you have to watch this television show. You're going to love it. Oh, you have to watch this YouTube video. You're going to love it. Oh, try this dish. You're going to love it. And it's like you try and enjoy something hoping to enjoy it, like, genuinely. And it's like, no, this isn't for me. Like, in my mind, like, you failed to enjoy the thing you set out to enjoy. I think more topically, for me, I've really been struggling with... I've talked about this before on stream. I actually really struggle with video games now. Yep. That's part of why I enjoy the streaming aspect, because I can talk to you all and it gives me something to focus on. If I'm just playing like a game by myself, the whole time my brain's like, what are you doing? You should be like cleaning. You should be working. You need to get ahead. You should be, visiting your family, blah, blah, blah. And it's like all this you should be instead of playing a video game. I really struggle to just enjoy video games now, which is unfortunate because I used to really enjoy them. But I guess that's just getting older. You prioritize different things, Try my fist in your face. Oh, you were setting me up for something. I was being heartfelt and you just wanted to punch me. Dre, oh. If you go to eat here in Canada, you ask for the bill when you're finished eating and want to pay. If you call it a check, they'll probably look at you like you have 4 heads. Probably. Or they'll just be like, there's that American. There he is. That American. Time to head to bed. See you next stream. Tiger, thank you so much for hanging out. Always wonderful to see you. All right. Give the doggo head pats from us and have a good sleep. Bye, Tiger. Bye, bye, bye. A shot of bong water before. No, 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 no. 90% of ghosts are perfectly. Yeah, I mean, you know, who knows? Who knows what's out there? There's just these weird happenings that we can't explain. Movement, sightings, you know, scratches on the wall, and yeah. I mean, there's. If it was definitively proven that these things were not true, there wouldn't be all the interesting stories and films and all that, right? We lean into that stuff because it's possible. And it's unknown, and that's what makes it interesting and scary in the film, and you know, engaging for our imaginations because it's possible. It's within the realm of possibility. Heartfelt was good. I feel the same way. Yeah. I figured, like, I think most people can relate to that as they get older. I used to sit. I remember like Saturdays, right? My brother and I would sit down in like a beanbag chair, and like we would just turn on the Super Nintendo or whatever we were playing that day. We would just play until lunch, and then we would eat lunch and go outside for a couple hours, and we'd come back and play. Like we would take turns, and then the other one would be like on the Game Boy and like looking up and be like, "Oh wow, like that! I didn't know you could do that in Donkey Kong. I didn't. That's a new secret area." And you just take turns the whole day, and you would never think twice. Those were different times. How do you prove something doesn't exist if nobody has seen it before? Right? No, that's exactly true. Like, how do you not seeing something doesn't mean it's not true? Like, there are things that we know don't exist. For sure, right? Like, wait. But a lack of evidence doesn't prove that something doesn't exist. It just proves that we don't have evidence. But, yeah. It's just interesting. I like that area. That's the fun place to think about stuff. How you doing, Save? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. It's good to see you again. I hope you had a lovely week. Welcome to Space. Sorry, I flew the camera all the way out there at the beginning so I could do that joke once in a while. Space. And we got the mid camera, but I don't use it much. It's pretty mid. Sorry. Playing so slow paced, I'd never seen someone play that way before. Like the guy had all the patience in the world. I asked him about it. He said he learned to slow down from Zen training. Interesting. Huh. You know, a tree, it's funny. I haven't been to Zen training like this person, but it's interesting that you mentioned that because I started that Baldur's Gate playthrough the other day, and that was part of my goal. Like I picked the fighter, and it was like a middle of the day stream, very unusual. But I have been like very intentionally reading every cutscene and like thinking about the character and going very slow. Different experience. And you're able to. I do find that I'm able to focus more on it if I'm being intentional about it. So maybe there's something there. I'm gonna head to bed too. All the Doritos and hot sauce making me want to crash out. Duncan, I hope you have an amazing night's sleep. I hope that the Doritos and everything were filling, satisfying, and that you rest well. Have a good one. Nice to meet you. Bum, bum, bum. Wow. Canadian slang? Okay. A toque knit hat used in the winter. A twofer is a 24-pack of beer. Okay. Double is a coffee with 2 creams, 2 sugars. Also single, triple. Wow. Timmy's is short for Tim Hortons. That makes sense. Soda's called Pop. I think some of the northern U.S. states also call it Pop. So that makes sense as well. That's like a regional thing, largely. Hanging a Larry means making a left turn. Okay, that one I would never get. Hanging a Roger means making a right. Okay. A dart is a cigarette. A loonie is a $1 coin with a loon on it. Like the bird? Loons are amazing. A toonie is a $2 coin with a polar bear. So are y'all predominantly a coin-based currency? Or do you move to like a bill beyond that? Or do you have both? Well, I assume most people are probably contactless these days, right? Water. Yeah, absolutely, Pat. Absolutely. Be very careful about where you go if you regularly. Wait, Amber. I'm not even going to say the word now. What is that? What is it? What's that? We have bills. Look like Monopoly money because of the colors. Because of the colors. Oh, you are. Well, if it helps my chances, yes, I am an American. But I have done a fair amount of international travel, and I'm not like, I'm aware of what it is to be in other people's cultures, and I try my best to be like sensitive to. I always do my research. Usually I buy a couple of books on the country I'm going to in advance and read them, especially on the flight. It's really fun to like read on the way, you know, and be like, oh, I didn't know that. So don't worry. I try to be a responsible traveler because I want to experience the culture that I'm going to. I don't want to like bring my culture. I don't want to be like, hey, this isn't how I do things. I want to say, oh, hey, how do you, like, what do you recommend? That's where you have the fun. But these are good things to know. I don't regularly say that word, Amber, but yeah. Goof is something very different, which gets violent altercations depending on who you're talking to. Oh, I don't want that. Oh yeah, I don't want to start anything. No trouble. Monopoly money, yep. UK money also kind of had that look. Collected a bunch of funny money from different countries. I still keep a 20-pound note in my like wallet from the last time I was in the UK. Sometimes I'm like, I don't really keep a lot of cash, so I'll like open my wallet and people look and they see that and they're like, what is that? Don't worry about it. What you need. This is a good streaming world. I like, because the nebula is like very slowly moving by, so it changes like these blues and reds and this sort of like lighter section, but it's kind of, it's almost like it's rotating. Not even. It's actually spawning fresh. Oh, that's cool. Does the far away cam show it? No. It's pretty cool. Sorry. Focus. Look at the world later. This is my home world in VR now, actually. I have had the basic VR chat home world since they started Homeworlds. This is the first time I have changed it. We do, Pat. We need to make it happen at some point. Maybe over the summer. I'll have a lot more time. I feel like my work schedule it makes it difficult to plan things because often I'll make a plan and then I'll get pulled in a different direction, and I hate canceling on people. That really bothers me because I feel like it's disrespectful to their time that they've set aside, right? I need to find a time where I can guarantee that it won't be a problem. Slaying someplace for someone who enjoys. Oh my goodness. Yeah. No. Never make accusations like that lightly. Even jokingly, don't play. That is not a laughing matter for sure. Appreciate the heads up. Also, Tyler, how you doing? Hi. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. But how are you? That's what I'm curious about, is how are you doing? 5 is a bright blue, 10 is purple, 20 is bright green, 50 is bright red, 100 is brown. Yo, do people carry hundreds around? Y'all must be rich. Informer or whatever as well, just in general bad. Good to know. I'll avoid it altogether. Oh, I've heard that before. That slang. Yeah, I've heard that slang before. It's always so interesting to see like how language changes based on region. And gradually, what's really scary to think about, you know, the globalization has been like, I think generally right? Society has benefited from it. The ability to move resources to different places and to send aid and help people. Like, there's a lot of positive. But I think a clear drawback, like, as you listen to people over time, right? As we're all becoming increasingly interconnected, like, there are people from all over the world who can hop on Twitch or watch YouTube videos, sharing media that's made in one country with another. People are listening to each other's dialects, and everyone is moving from these like really cool, unique regional dialects that were loaded and like steeped in culture and history. And bit by bit, everyone's kind of just moving to this common point. Eventually, I think like everyone will sound the same. There's tons of stories about these little pockets of like isolated culture where the folks on those islands like could only really understand each other, but those dialects are disappearing, and they're like, this language will be dead soon. And you know what? Things change with time. I'm not like saying I'm against change, but it's sad to see those things go away. It's important that we document that history before it's gone forever. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I don't know why. So I always think about that when we start talking about regional dialect culture. Used to, it was very divided along like geography is really the main determinant. So like people would have vastly different languages if they were split by a mountain range. Their dialects would be completely different because they didn't have communication with each other. So they evolved these unique variants of the language. Cool to think about. Chillin', love this song. This one? Yes, Tyler. Badass song. I love this song too. Sometimes goodbye is a second chance. There's wisdom in those lyrics. Canadian flair to your speech. Try saying Jesus Murphy instead of Jesus Christ in most. If you use an Irish or English accent. Okay, I'm not very good at accents. I am. All right, we are going to skip Nicki Minaj today. I'm not quite. No, it's good to know though. I don't know if I can do accents though. I have a thick Southern American. You know, that's kind of my. It's my dead giveaway, I think. Got the con. I work mid to late June. Another one in August. Otherwise, I'm pretty much free whenever. And July would probably work best for me. So we'll keep that in mind, Pat. Also, Tyler's streaking through. You know, seven streaks. I like the streak feature. I think it's a win. Plus 450 channel points. That's huge. People might actually make it to the Millionaires Club now. I think folks have been saving. Some of you have been sitting on some channel points. Good enough. I wasn't even trying to do an accent. I have no accent abilities. If there's one thing I've learned from being a dungeon master, it's that I am not a voice actor. I don't have a future in voice acting. That is not in my cards, and that's totally fine. I use ridiculous body language or props instead to kind of help me bring that point across. Bucks? We do that too, like $100. That's super common where I am. $100. Going once, going twice. Sold to the ridiculous Nanachi with the blue hair. Oh, Amber, I've noticed all those oohs and things, they're gone. Silent from Amber. Someone is saving for that Millionaires Club. Wah. Don't worry, you're not the only one. There's some people quietly sitting on a ton of points. Good at accents? Ah, so you could do some fun voice acting with the Doctor Who inspired campaign you're thinking about. That would be cool. I don't think it's required for good character development and like for being a DM, but I do think it adds a lot of like flair to your table, right? It's a huge opportunity to bring characters to life in another way, and it's an audio cue to your players that like, hey, I'm speaking not as your dungeon master, but as the NPC that you're talking to. Works really well. Forgetting to use them? Ah, it's fine. It's fine. Save them up. See what happens. Like I'm like the character in Tamagotchi Life. I don't want to do too many circles or my cord will I'm so happy to be here. You got Chick-fil-A and Chipotle? Ooh. I'll be honest, I'm not... Okay, hold on. This has got to be an up-close thing. Bring it in, bring it in. Look. I'm trusting you all with this information because this could really, like, get me in trouble, all right? I'm not a big Chipotle guy. I don't really like Chipotle. You know? I feel like that's kind of a hot take these days, but not a big Chipotle guy. I do like Chick-fil-A, but I try not to eat it too much. I do like Chick-fil-A though. Still never had it. I mean, it's Chipotle is fine. I don't know. Vast space. Limited movement though. I'm still wired. I am excited for I'm still eyeballing the Steam frame. We'll see. Imagine if I had face tracking and then was wireless for stream. Imagine if you could like watch my eyes dart over this way when I'm looking at chat and dart this way when someone follows, or like looking into your soul instead of just the sort of randomized animation that they have currently. That would be wild. And every time I frown at you all, I would actually do that. Yeah, I don't know, Tree. I'm just not a big fan of it. People say it's like good value for the like a good amount of food for the what you spend and all that, but I don't. I don't know. If you like it, that's totally fine. It's just not for me. This is my son, my child. You must protect. Amber, you honestly, that's kind of like me IRL. Like people have to like look out for me and protect me. I can't tell you how many times. Like, keep in mind, I am a full ass adult. Like, it ain't like, oh, I just became an adult. LOL, I'm an adult. Nah, I'm an old ass adult, right? And to this day, coworkers are like, "Have you eaten today?" I'm like, no, I forgot. Ugh. Thank you for taking care of me on your island. Rice separate. They always put cilantro in it. Yeah, cilantro tastes like soap. Yep. I'm with you on that. I cannot do cilantro. Never had it. Yeah, like I said, it's not for me, but no soul. It was taken by Splatoon. Fair enough. Hey, you'll get more Splatoon soon. Also, the Star Fox Direct today. By the way, since we're in space, we can touch on that. I don't know about you all. Hotch sent me the Star Fox Direct because I don't normally watch Nintendo Directs because I don't get that hyped about games. However, I am very excited about the Star Fox remake. You can bet your channel points that we will be streaming that one. I am very excited. I love the N64 Star Fox. They got the updated graphics. It looks cool. It's still the rail style shooter. Everything they did after the rail style shooter was not good, and that's why Star Fox died. So excited. Thought it looked bizarre. In what way? I'm super excited. They stayed true to the gameplay, updated the graphics, added some more like cinematics and things, new voice actors with clearer voice lines and stuff, which the audio compression on the N64, it makes sense. They would have had to have less clear audio. I'm excited for that one. We'll definitely be streaming that one. Probably in early July, because the game launches in June, assuming no delays. But I feel like Nintendo doesn't normally have a ton of delay. NPC problem trying to work out? What's up? What's the NPC issue? Is this in your TTRPG? Thought that the more realistic look doesn't do it much favors. I don't know. You were talking to a person who streams as a bunny and who is very comfortable with like all things furry. So to me, it looked like a walk in the park, a normal day. That didn't bother me much. I thought they did a good job with the art style. I mean, it's like more realistic but still cartoony, right? Which makes sense. It's gonna be targeted for a younger audience for sure. So the Star Fox genre usually is. Although some of the jokes in there are usually kind of they have some like more mature jokes as well from time to time. So, Skunk, are you running for the Star Fox? Are we going for it? We gotta go for it. That's all the running I'm doing. Yo. I had to cinch my belt down another notch. That's good, that's good, that's good. It's just a stylistic choice. Yeah. I think if they had gone too cartoony, it just would have been the same game, you know? I think they needed it to look graphically very different to justify the re-release. I'm sure that's what was going on in their head. No worries. Yep. I'm not going to try to like persuade anyone on it. I'm excited for it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to buy it day one. I know that. I've been wanting a good Star. In fact, I've been watching. Let me see if I can find that game. Shoot. Not on that monitor. Hold on. Swing over to the monitor I'm actually looking at, please. Wish list. Oh, wait. You know what I didn't think about? When I walk away like that, you know what I could do? I could pop over to like mid cam, and then you could probably still see me over here. Yeah, you absolutely can. All right, what is this game called? I've been wanting a Star Fox-like game so bad. I've been keeping an eye on. There's a game coming out on Steam and maybe other consoles. I don't know for sure, but called Wild Blue Skies, and it's like a Star Fox on rails sort of tribute to that style of game, and they're doing that again. So I will still be getting that one too, just in case the Star Fox one is not as good or whatever. But that's how much I've been wanting one. So I've been eyeballing this for a while. I'm excited. VR treadmills. You know, I think they seem cool. I've never used one. I've heard that you have to learn how to walk on them. They've got like. Once you have to really master like how to use them because there's new, I think, like resistance and friction in the walking, and you have to kind of like slide your foot. But I mean, they seem really cool. Like imagine playing like Pavlov or something and just like running in place and being like locked in so that you're dragging your feet, right? You're not moving across your room, but your player character in the game is just taking off at like your full sprint. I mean, that seems really cool. I'd like to try one. I want to go to some of those like VR tech expos one day. That's another sort of experience that I hope to see. I'd like to see like the huge like Pimax screens and like try one of those and see like how nice is this? You know, I've been pretty middle of the road in terms of my VR hardware. So I definitely think they're cool. I don't have space for one though. I don't know if you've ever noticed, Skunk. They take up a ton of space in like a living room or whatever. They're big. Even the small ones are a large footprint. So, Star Fox Assault, underrated. It's definitely underrated. Yep, definitely underrated. Haven't brought this up before. Trying to think of a good way of putting it. Okay. Well, I mean, if you're not ready to parse it out, we don't have to yet. You know. If you're still sort of grappling with it, how to put it into a way that makes sense, I understand that. But I am super excited for Star Fox. And at the end of the direct, they had that cool prologue cutscene that they showed off. If you haven't watched it, minor spoiler, super minor. It's literally the prologue cutscene that they played during the direct. But if you don't want to know it, minor spoiler alert. But anyway, 3, 2, 1. That's adequate time for people to click away. All right. They show the story of how Fox's dad, James McCloud, ended up in the situation he's in and why Fox is looking. It was a really cool cutscene. And there was like a cool moment of a villain sort of an explanation of that. I was super excited. I was really excited. They did a good job with it. Also, Crimson the Fox, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Star Fox Command, it was Yeah, so a lot of the titles after 64 were a little weaker. I was really not a fan of the GameCube one, I gotta be honest. I think they deviated too far from core gameplay on it for my taste, right? Also, Vicky, how you doing? Hi, Vicky. Just got back from a 2-day vacation. How was it? I hope you had a lovely time. I hope you're relaxed, refreshed, ready to take on the next day. You like that one, Tree? See, I was not a big fan of that one. That's difference of opinion there. I do remember something that I really liked about that one, though, was the shopkeep. You pay this much. Okay, I'll sell it to you. That line is forever ingrained in my head. You pay this much. Adventures? Yeah, I mean, it was fine. I'm more... So Tree and I are the opposite on this one. I preferred the, like, on the rails, the flying, and I didn't care for the adventure as much, so... My brother played it all the time, and I hated it. Maybe you saw it too much. Very relaxing? Glad to hear it. Yeah, Assault was a little more old style. You're right about that. Man. Yeah, but you know what? I'm excited to see that they're breathing new life into the franchise. I think it's been long enough. I think they've really let it sit. And I'll be honest, I was shocked to see them do an entire direct for Star Fox. But it makes sense with the Nintendo movie or whatever, the Mario movie, that they referenced Star Fox and that this was a setup for, like, they seem to have like a vision of what they're trying to do with it. So it was cool to see them trying. And like I said, if Star Fox doesn't work out, well, I think Wild Blue Skies is what I said earlier. It's on my wish list. Keep an eye on that one because they're using a Star Fox-esque style. And I'm really excited. I was a big fan of Bill in Star Fox 64. Husky unit, cover the base. Fox, that's one of ours. I was like, oh, as a young child, people are always like, when what was your first like fictional attraction or whatever? 100%. It was purely the voice actor for Bill that sold it for me. I was like, whoa, this is a cool game. When I see the new Bill, I'll really have to give the voice actor a fair shot because I have a bias going into it. List of things to try in Canada. Okay, let me get my homework. I got my notes. Ketchup chips, hickory sticks. I don't know how to say that, so I'm not going to try right now. The bars, Timbits, poutine, Smarties. Not those fruit chalk things you guys have in the States. Beaver tail. Wait, what is that? Is that like a... I feel like we've talked about that one before. Is that caramel or something? Caramel? However folks say it. All dressed chips. Yes. Quebec maple syrup. Yes. We have talked about that one. Butter tarts. Ooh, Kinder Surprise. Why are they banned by the U.S. government? What? Because they're worried kids are going to eat the toys, I guess. Crushed cream soda, coffee crisp. Big ass Twinkie covered in chocolate. Oh, that sounds so good. This is such a good list. I like that it's all food too. This is my kind of list. 100 megabit internet limits, lots of forest, lots of burb. Yes. Kangaroos too. Nice. Very nice, Vicky. Also, Skunk, thank you so much for the bits to make the giant note. Taking some notes. We gotta take some notes. Thank you for the bits to make the emote big. Crystal though, true. That's true, Octo. That's true. With the whole time travel thing, all right, Pat, there will be NPCs of backgrounds that I'm not. Wait, there will be NPCs of backgrounds that I am not, and I'm not sure what the best way to deal with that is yet. NPCs of backgrounds that I'm. You mean like that you're not a part of? Like you're not in that? I don't know if I exactly. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm sorry. Visible Milky Way galaxy at night. Oh, I'm so jealous. I've only ever been in like a handful of places where I live now. There's so much light pollution, but I have been in places where you can see that just the Milky Way at night, just with your naked eye. I said naked on Twitch. Yes, Bill. When you can just see it overhead, it's so good. I hope to retire somewhere like that. No light pollution. Private hot tub, any of the... Woo! I'd have been in the hot tub staring at the Milky Way with a cup of Earl Grey. That would have been such a relaxing night. I'm glad that you had a good time. I am a little envious, but you earned it. I'm glad you got to experience it. Furries boomed. True. Wild Blue is coming to PC and Xbox. PS5 has not been official. That makes sense. I feel like there's a lot of PC Xbox crossover now. So, yep. Hey, you never know. If it's successful, they may cross. Helldivers has been a phenomenal example of a game that was like a console exclusive experience initially, and then they were like, based on the success, Sony was like, hey, you know what? Like PC and PlayStation, we're bringing this to Xbox too. So anything's possible. If Sony did cross-platform with an exclusive, and Microsoft then allowed Halo assets to be used on a Sony game, right?
Hello.
Clearly, we're starting to build some bridges here, which is a good thing. Also, Sydney, hello. How are you? Fried bread, basically with different toppings. Beaver tails. That sounds really good. Then is it like Nanaimo? Kinder eggs are different now, though. I don't like them. What did they do? Did they change the ingredients? Oh, 15 streak? Vicky, that's amazing. Still only 450 channel points, though. They need to up it. If you go to like 20 and beyond, it should be like 500 and then 30. I wonder if I can change those settings. I'll look into it. Southern Hemisphere has a better night sky. See, I've never... Have I been? No, I've been to the equator, but I haven't been Southern Hemisphere. I got to check it out sometime. I'd love to be somewhere like that, but I'm awake so much at night that Amber is the light pollution. Well, maybe if you were awake at night in these places, you would turn off your lights and just enjoy that like night experience, you know? If you were the only one there, or if it was like just like a single cabin somewhere, right? You could choose when you wanted to turn the lights down and enjoy. And then when you want to, play Tamagotchi Life and have a little bit of light pollution. Just got off a group call. Very nice. Sorry I was late. Sydney, you know it's not a problem. Also, Sydney, we are streaming in space with Britney Spears. Where's my water, though? Water. I have found that it's helpful to have the water nearby. It discourages me from grabbing a soda or anything else. Nutella banana? Oh, strawberry cheesecake sounds amazing. Cinnamon sugar? Oh my gosh. Pistachio spread? Apple pie? Oh. Looking for more savory. Poutine beaver tails. Hot dog? Hot dog beaver? Hot dog was my favorite food as a kid. They were like, what's your favorite food, little Daspra? And I was like, hot dog. Hot dog. That was my favorite. I always loved wieners. Tamagotchi Life? Yeah. Amber made my avatar in on her game. That's really cool. He acts up a lot, though. He's bad. Yay, space? Yeah! I really like this world. Another way, there's a campaign set in ancient Japan. It's pretty good, but I'm not Japanese, so how do I play the NPCs in a way that's respectful? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. Yes. So, Pat, what you do is, or at least my advice, because, right, it makes sense that in a fantasy game, you're going to have elements that intersect with, like, other cultures and things. Absolutely. That is to be expected. I think the first thing you do with your players in a session 0 is before you actually start the game, you have your session 0 and you say, look, part of this campaign is going to be that we're going to travel, like part of the campaign will involve encountering NPCs that are of different cultures. Is everyone okay if I do my best to like role play those? If someone says no, That's it, right? Either that player needs to leave or you got to change the campaign. Those are the two options, right? You change that element of the campaign or that player is not at the right table. The first thing you do is you get your players' consent. Are they okay with it? That is the most important thing, right? Because if they consent to it, then they're acknowledging that like you are role playing this because you're the DM. You're all characters in the world. That's your job, right? Like when I play like an elf in a fantasy game. Now, hold on, bear with me. A fantasy species like an elf is not a direct comparison to playing someone's actual culture. So this is where part 2 is, right? Because this is someone's actual culture. Don't lean into tropes to bring your characters to life. Do your research. If you have friends who are of those culture, talk to them about like the elements you want to do. Maybe if they're interested or if they're DMs, have them show up and be a guest DM and like role play those characters for you. There's nothing wrong with asking for help either. If you know someone of that culture, that's a great way to like bring a culture to life as a DM in a super respectful way. So, but never lean into tropes. So for example, for folks who know anything about TTRPGs, Curse of Strahd is a phenomenal example of a pre-written module that has been changed with time to be more sensitive to different cultures. Because largely the Vistani people were originally based on Romani culture, and it was a very negative portrayal, right? And people leaned into that and really did some nasty role play. That's bad. Push against that. If you're going to role play, find characters that are outside that narrative and do not allow the tropes and stuff and that's my advice. First of all, if you can find someone who's of the culture though to like be a guest DM, that's the best option. 100%. Just my thoughts. But what I will say, Pat, is the fact that you are asking these questions, the fact that you're thinking about that and being mindful, that is such a good sign. Because so often people don't give that any thought. They're just like, I'm going to role play this person, and they just lean into like really cringe stuff. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, this is not correct. This is not okay. You asking those questions is a really good sign that you're taking that seriously. They just came out with it. Game up on Nintendo Switch. Plays it all the time. Yeah. Absolutely, Sydney. Since you have a pick of what the night sky looks like in Australia. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Are you kidding me? Did you take this picture? That is gorgeous. All right, I'm sold. At some point I'm going to Australia. It's official. Will I be eaten by a spider? Probably. Will I be beat up by a kangaroo? I don't know, probably. I'm of that size. I don't care, I'm going. He bad, but he's my child. Amber, why are your children always misbehaving? Is that Drumheller? Drumheller? My voice cracked. Drumheller? They've got a museum called is that Tyrrell? I'm so bad with words. With a bunch of cool dinosaur shit. Ooh. When in doubt, talk like Kirk from Trek. Captain's log. We've just arrived on the alien planet. Oxygen is limited. Food running out. And I'm still pissed with bones. Someone else's pick. Oh, okay. I was about to say, what a shot. That's a gorgeous shot, though. Speaking of which, we've been in this environment for a minute. Wait. Menu. Too dark. Well, very cool, though. Space 1? No, let's go space 3. Yeah. Slightly different colors. This is fun. Oh, wait. Do we travel there first? Whoa. Nah. Too much movement. Will lasso. Go to the tavern and interrogate the locals? Like in the game? Yeah, I still think that it works. Oh, Tree. Sorry, I just crossed my wires. I saw Pat's name at the bottom and then read Tree's comment. Interrogate the local. Wait. Is this okay? Well, roll a persuasion, Tree.
Ooh.
Roll a persuasion. Ooh, thank you, Nirvana, for the ooh. I appreciate it. I think I still have like a blush on this character. I never use it. I don't remember. Do I? Did you ooh? Thank you for the ooh. But you got auto modded for that. I'm gonna let it sit right there too. That's funny.
Ooh.
Tyler, thank you. Thanks for the ooh. I appreciate it. No, me, I want to be respectful to everyone. Absolutely, Pat. Absolutely. I appreciate that. That's a good thing. Keep that with you forever, you know? Don't lose that. Aurora that my dad called. Yes, Proteus, please do. I would love to see. I've never seen the Aurora in my life. Like in photos and in VR, absolutely, right? Never in real life. I would love to see that. Where'd that land? Wait, what? Huh? What? Huh? Talking about Australian animals? Didn't know any of them except for kangaroo. And I thought that the Tasmanian devil was just a myth. Oh, no. But you know what? Sydney, don't feel stupid. Instead, this is what I always tell people. When you have a moment where like you realize that you have like a knowledge gap and you feel like embarrassed because you didn't know something, first of all, there's too much knowledge in the world for us to know it all, right? There's going to be areas where you're like an expert, and there's going to be areas that you haven't had time to get to it yet. But if you're interested in it, now you have a new opportunity for learning, right? When you find out like, oh, I didn't know that, grab you like an encyclopedia and just start looking up like wildlife in Australia, or find an Australian friend and be like, hey, like, tell me about some of the cool animals in your area. Beautiful opportunity for growth. That's all that is. Never be embarrassed. That's for $50 to see who fights a kangaroo. Me fight a kangaroo? I would lose. A 3? Tree, your attempt to persuade the locals does not go well. They seem annoyed by your presence and mistrusting of you. How will you proceed? Emu pick. Now, emu can be dangerous. Way. God, they're so fast. They're so cool looking, though. Also, Proteus. Let me check this. What? Oh my God, Proteus. These are gorgeous shots of the Aurora Borealis. Holy cow. That's incredible. Is that just like in your backyard? Or was this somewhere? Wow. Oh yeah, I see the kangaroo in the background there as well. Very nice. Dang, y'all. I gotta do some traveling. People still get auto-mod it? Certain words really piss off auto-mod, you know?
Hello. How are you?
Femi, how you doing? Welcome in. Hello. Does this one move? Oh, this one's like weird. It makes it look underwater. I guess that's okay for now. Toss menus in this. Yeah, I don't need it anymore. Just whoop. And then if I want it again, I can just bring it right back. And then if I'm tired of it, there it goes. I hope that doesn't hit anyone. I'm going to lose my smart glasses. Why am I losing my smart glasses? What did I do? Battleship, why? Why? Just felt out of place? Nah. No. The only way you're out of place when if someone's having a conversation and you don't know what they're talking about, the only way you're out of place is if you just don't care and you're just sitting there, right? But if you're interested in the subject matter, you're in precisely the right place because now you have a chance to learn. That's a good thing. I apologize to the locals profusely. Hold back my tears while backing away. All right? Are you truly sorry? And are the tears sincere or are you faking? Is this a persuasion check or is this a performance check? Let me know. You're bleeding. Wait. Why are you bleeding? Are you okay? Nirvana, what's going on? Why are you bleeding? You have some lucky nights. The shots were incredible, Proteus. I text my therapist, it happened again. Do you have like a sending stone that you can... How are you feeling? I'm feeling better today. I appreciate it. Yeah. I needed some self-care on Tuesday, and I really appreciate y'all giving me the space, and y'all are always really supportive. When I have to cancel a stream, and I know I do it more often than I should, been working on that, but y'all are too generous with that. I really appreciate it. Slept in too late on my day off. Femi, maybe your body was saying you needed rest. That's okay. Hopefully you got good rest and you woke up feeling refreshed. Nothing like a good snooze, you know? Oh yeah, Proteus, feel free to drop it in photos. If y'all want to see what Proteus was talking about, amazing shots of the Aurora Borealis. Beautiful. Also, Waffy, how you doing? Hello. A random menu hit me. It wasn't me. I swear, my menu's still right here. See, it wasn't me. Wasn't me. Do do do. Bum 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 bum. Why are they gonna steal my glasses? You know what? Hold on. I wear glasses on like all my avatars now. When I start, so I can always remove them. I think I can on this one as well. I think. Let me be sure. Yes. Okay. It's so funny to me. Most people's well, actually glasses are getting more common in VR chat, I think. But most people's avatars by default do not have glasses enabled. But for whatever reason, whenever I take my glasses off,
I say
whenever I take, thanks for the boo, Battleship. Whenever I take my glasses off, people are always like, "Oh my god, you look so weird without your glasses." Ready? Like, glasses are so core daspra now. Whenever I don't have them, people are like, "Oh my god, what?" There you go. No glasses.
Boo. I say man.
Thanks for the boo. You look more adorable. Thanks. Yeah. No, it's not like, it's nothing about the face itself. It's just people are so used to seeing me with the glasses. Also, my glasses have some pretty fancy texture work. I don't know if you've ever noticed. Shouting out my amazing texture artist, but Vicky. But yeah, see like the subtle reflections and stuff. These are unique. No one else has this texture. Very cool. Super Bunny. Take the glasses off and then I fly away. I can't read chat without my glasses. You're right. 347 miles round drive. Oh yeah. That is a pretty good drive, isn't it? Jarring, but it goes back to that premise. Like, if you have a friend who has always worn glasses, right, and they take them off, you're always like, oh wow, like that's like glasses just become a staple. So Superman, someone needs help in space. I'm on the way. Yeah. Because the thick frames, I think Amber's right. The thick frames become like such a core part of the like a person's facial structure, right? And I really like I like them. So not weird to you. Yeah. So see, because you haven't seen the avatar with the glasses for like years, so for you, Waffy, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, like looks good either way. That's just like I can on this one, yes, I can also like color swap. So I can go like full pink if I want. Right? I can also do this. This one's got like teal coloration or like a sea green, depending on like the world and lighting, and this burnt orange color, which I love this burnt orange. One of the coolest oranges I've ever seen. So I got this variant. And then I've got this purple as well, which I also love. I've got all these cool variations. Ah, amazing. But blue is definitely stream. Blue is like energy. Teal and orange is best. Teal and orange is badass. They're all cool for their own reasons. I think I've mentioned this on stream before. They represent like different energies and like headspaces and that sort of thing. We're gonna bypass Funky Town today. Ozzy is a good choice though. Also, I didn't realize that the previous song was in GTA. That's kind of cool. Bum 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 bum. You can sell it by squinting if you take. Am I trying to sell the super? Oh no, not the. Do I have like a squint? Hold on. I don't know if I do. I probably do. If I did like a. Wait, okay, we're setting this up now. This is good. Wait. I gotta find it again. No, it's not that one. Where is it? This one. Is that chat? Chat, is that you? I can't see you without my glasses. That's relatable. The Prince of Darkness. It's true. It's true. The Game Boy console. Oh yeah. They did have like the mood ring, but it's true though because it's such a cool like. Because if you think about it, IRL, right? We all have nonverbal communication that we use to transmit part of how we're feeling. Our faces, like the way our faces are resting or sitting or when someone walks up, that tells a lot to someone about like our headspace, how we're dressed, how we're carrying ourselves, whether we're slouched and look tired. A lot of that gets lost in VR. Right? Because you don't have, like, there are ways to do face tracking and stuff, but still, some of the subtle details are gone. So people will use other mechanisms, like texture swapping and stuff, different avatars, to help them transmit some of those nonverbals. And some folks do, some folks don't. For some people, it's just like, I'll just tell you how I'm feeling. But it's kind of cool. I like the subtle. I'm a big fan of the subtle communication. So, yeah. Mood ring. A video about Ozzy's passing. Yeah. I mean, he was hugely influential on music, right? Amazing, talented artist, super tenderhearted, like a great guy. So, yeah. No doubt. Phenomenal musician, will go down as one of the greats of all time. Hands down. Did you know Superman can suffocate in outer space, but Hulk can't? When he hits a specific anger, he starts producing O. He produces his own oxygen? I did not know that. Also, can Superman really suffocate? I didn't know that. Because I thought he would like fly up to space to recharge with the sun. Or can he just hold his breath for a long time? Is it like a holding his breath sort of thing? Get an avatar that always looks tired. Yeah, that's very me too. Revolutionized? Absolutely, Proteus. Absolutely. Ozzy's amazing. And this song is called Party with the Animals. So, you know. I mean, I'm not saying furry, but I'm not saying that. God, I'm going to wake up and there's going to be like someone angrily knocking on my door. Like, what the hell did you say? I'm in space. They can't find me here. Hold his breath for a year or two. Man, that's badass. But eventually he runs out of oxygen. No, I didn't know that the Hulk could produce his own oxygen. Damn. Hulk is like really OP. I guess there's just the whole like cost of losing all sense of self-control initially. Although like eventually he Banner learns how to control, right? If I remember. I guess it depends on like which of the multiverses and all that and yada yada yada. Yeah, Proteus. That's not gonna be a that's not gonna be on a stream playlist. I don't know if that hits the vibe we're looking for. Oh, no doubt, Octo. I really liked. I forgot what year it was, but he used to do the. I think World of Warcraft. WoW did a Prince of Darkness DLC or something like that, or there was a villain like the Prince of Darkness, and they got Ozzy in to do a WoW commercial about being the only damn Prince of Darkness, you know, and he was like arguing. It's a good commercial. If you hadn't seen it, check out the like. I'm sure if you just put like WoW Ozzy commercial, you'll find it. Bad Sona. You know what? There are some really cool Bad Sonas out there. I don't think I can pull off a Bad Sona, but they are out there and they're cool. They're badass. I've been the Prince of Darkness since 1979. Octo knows the commercial. It's a good commercial. And then they play like Crazy Train in the middle of the commercial. Ah. Batsona. Man, I hadn't thought about that commercial in a minute. I'm going to go check it out. Not fully in the comic. So there is no version in the comic where he does. Okay. That's interesting. So that's just purely like Disney Liberty at this point, huh? I mean, I guess they'll do some things to make it unique, but yeah, Hulk is really a cool one. I've been disconnected from Marvel for a while. So like the last thing I really watched from the MCU was Age of Ultron and like Civil War. Like those are the last films and anything that I watched from MCU, which is ancient history in MCU, right? I'm so far removed. But recently I was like visiting someone's house and they had a Marvel film on, and the guy from the Office, John Krasinski was like Mr. Fantastic or whatever. And I was like, what is happening? And then Xavier was back, and there was the Scarlet Witch was like going wild. I'm not going to say any spoilers in case you hadn't seen it, but if you know the one I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, what? Captain America was played by Agent Carter, was Agent Carter, not played by, sorry, played by a very talented actress. I can't remember her name. But I was like, what is happening? And then I found that it was like a different story, you know. And I was like, what? I was so confused. I was like, so much is wrong and different, and there can only be one Prince of Darkness, Final Shape. How you doing? Good to see you, Final. How are you? Yeah, Proteus. He was down to do some fun ads with people. Multiverse, yeah. Hey, maybe so. Maybe so. Every comic it shows he can stay calm to control the Hulk. Yeah, he spends a lot more time like mastering the calming techniques, right? That's my secret. I'm always angry. The fruit hall. Ooh. Bum, 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 bum. Oh shoot. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, are these... I'm going to get this wrong. Cheap produce for sure. I mean, apples, right? I assume the red's apples. Is the top left orange or grapefruit? That's orange, right? Those are big oranges if those are oranges, though. I don't think I recognize the bottom two. Top left is orange. Those are huge oranges. Yeah. A persimmon. Interesting. I've heard persimmon. I don't think I've ever seen a persimmon. Just woke up from a nap? I've been doing great. Thanks for asking. How have you been? How have you been, Final? I've been doing great. but I appreciate you asking. Oh, wait, I didn't do the bit for you. We're in space. Actually, we've been in space for a minute. Let's go here. I like this one better. Oh! Oh! Space broke. My bad. Yeah, that's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry. So, I don't remember the Thanos. I haven't seen anything related to Thanos. Oh, look, that's what happened. I accidentally hit my... Wait, everything's wrong now. That's why. Anyway. How did this happen? How did you all end up there? Let's fix this. Space! Alright. What? There? That was where we were for the space bit, right? Okay, so that should be that one. Let's relock that in place. Pin 3, 2, 1. Boom. Look at that. Look at us solving problems on the fly. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the Thanos arc, though. Because the last thing I saw was, like, Age of Ultron, Civil War, like that era. So I haven't seen any of the Thanos arc. Next time you're in a social situation, how long can you point until someone asks you to stop pointing? Not very long. People get very, like, self-conscientious about those things. So, no, at most, maybe a minute. Like, at most. That's with a very patient person, I imagine. Or they just leave awkwardly and uncomfortable, right? Quantum foam? What is quantum foam? Vibing today? Nice. Nice. The menu bounced off your screen? I'm sorry, it was an accident. Isn't it cool, though? See, I can, like, turn around and... You can see all the cool stuff. It's a cool little menu, right? And you can load a video. So I could, like, pop a video, like a YouTube link in here, and there could be, like, a video screen playing and all that. What are these? These are all the patrons of the world creator. And if you want to, like, support them, there's ways to do that. Yeah. Here's all their credits. They're really generous and give credit to the folks that helped them create the world. Oh, that's cool. You can spawn a mirror in the world. You can also get rid of the floor if you want, but I was worried that would be really dramatic. And there's different floor styles. So you can have this, like, solid disc if the grid makes you uncomfortable, or you can pop over to the grid. Whatever you want. It's a cool world. Very cool world. Space. It's a crisp, firm, but easy to bite through. Crisp, firm, but easy to bite through like an apple, but it's juicy and pear flavored. That sounds lovely, actually. Yeah, I haven't seen Infinity War or Endgame. Nope. I got totally MCU'd out. So I'm not a big television and film person. I just don't consume that sort of media a lot. Like, totally honest here. And I was really enjoying them, and then it was like I would watch one and there was already another one out, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I just watched one and I just got burnt out on it. I got totally burnt out on the superhero genre. So maybe I'll revisit. I was trying to watch, like, fully in order, like in chronological order, and I've made it through, and I'm including television shows, Netflix miniseries, yada yada yada, all of it, right? I really thoroughly enjoyed the Agent Carter series. That was phenomenal. I also really enjoyed the Daredevil reboot. Not the, like, original Daredevil film, but like the Daredevil now. I thought that they did such a good job, especially with Kingpin in particular. That actor killed the Kingpin portrayal. And his like assistant, the guy that wore the glasses, that guy was phenomenal. I can't remember that actor's name. He really sold that. I haven't seen the newest season of Daredevil though. And then I think after Daredevil chronologically was Jessica Jones, and I was trying to watch Jessica Jones, and that one wasn't really doing it for me. I was not enjoying Jessica Jones as much. Coming off the heels of Daredevil, that was a hard sell though, because Daredevil was really strong, and that was a little bit, I think, a weaker introduction. So the Grid thingies you're walking on, I keep joking that they're like holodecks and stuff. Yeah. Is this a PC world? Let me see. Apparently it's PC and Quest compatible, PC and Android. So it's called Space Home, like space and then a space home, right? And the world creator is Nico, Niko. Yeah. And it's according to my VR chat menu here, it is PC and Quest compatible. And it's very nice, super simple. And if you want to spawn the menu, if you do visit, and I encourage you to visit, it's really cool. If you want to visit, the way you spawn the menu, you have to grip. When you come into the world, there's an instructions the first time, so that if you forget this, it's not a big deal. But you have to like grip you do two fists, right? And then you just expand. If you just grip with your fingers, it won't spawn. You have to include the thumb. So, but two fists, expand. And the menu's there. And you can either throw it away and it'll disappear, or you can shrink it down and it'll collapse into like particles, which is cool too. Yeah, check it out though. It's a really good world. Popping what? The new Peaky Blinders? I haven't. I have no idea what that is. Yeah, I'm disconnected with Marvel and DC as well, Octo. Take a little nap. Vicky, thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you later. I'm glad you had a good vacation. Have a good nap. Punisher, I've heard really good things about Punisher. That's on my list. My dad is a huge daspra, right? Daspra is a huge Punisher fan. So I gotta watch that at some point. Done with Disney in general. Yeah, they seem to really just have profit on the brain, so you have to grip. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm over here like trying to be helpful and like demonstrating how to make a menu work, and then hey, no, I've never seen Peaky Blinders. I stopped watching television. Like I don't have like cable TV or satellite. I don't have that. I don't have television. I just hurting your brain. What do you mean? I don't have television. I have a TV, and I have a nice Blu-ray player, and I buy like if I really like something, I buy like a physical copy, and I'll watch that. I don't pay for like any streaming services anymore. No Disney Plus, no Netflix, none of that. All that's gone. I buy the media. So like things that I have. I'm a big Trek person, so I'm building out my Trek collection. So I just got the original series on Blu-ray last month. I set aside like a monthly budget for purchasing physical media, and I'm building my collection slowly. I have all of like House MD because I loved House growing up. I thought it was an interesting show to me. I liked like the mystery element. I have The West Wing, like the political drama with Martin Sheen as the president. I think it's a very inspiring show. I love it. What else do I have? I have Spirited Away on Blu-ray. I really like Spirited Away. I have all of Invader Zim on DVD. I have all of the Star Trek films. Not the TV series, but I've got all the films already. I have the first 6 Star Wars movies. I still got to finish building that collection out, but those were the priority. The rest of them, much lower priority, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have a lot of physical media. I have a way more like CDs. I have a big CD collection, but yeah. Go to bed because I'm losing my mind how sleepy I am. Good night, Bun. Good night, Amber. Take care. I hope you get really good rest. Punisher's on Netflix. Oh, I don't have that. Our crew logo is the Punisher skull. Oh, in GTA, badass. That's a good symbol for sure. I didn't make the crew. That's okay. TV shows start on movie apps, not on normal TV? I guess. I don't have any of those either, though. I don't have any of the apps or anything. Disney Plus? Yeah. I think all Marvel has shifted over to Disney Plus now. 8-inch monitor off Amazon to plug my phone in. Oh, that's cool. So you got this little mini monitor? That's actually kind of cool. Today's generation, not everyone of today goes into buying movies on. Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. But so I used to do the same thing. I paid for all the streaming services. I paid for like Apple Music, Spotify, Disney Plus, HBO Max. I had all that shit, right? First of all, check your budget. If you're actually paying for that stuff, that adds up mighty fast. And unless you're actually getting your money worth, you should not be paying for that crap. That is a ripoff. First of all, you like people are being scammed out of money. They are being scammed. I'm telling you. That service model is bad. It is bad. Very few people actually is that a good financial decision. Most of us don't watch enough to justify the yearly, like annual cost of those subscription models. Full stop there. Like, but even if you do, okay, even if you do, there's this interesting thing that happens, okay? How many times have you been on Spotify and you're like, I'm going to go listen to that song that I really like. And you go to click on it and it's grayed out. Because there's been some sort of a licensing dispute between the artist and Spotify. Or you go to watch a film on Netflix and it's been taken down, right? What the hell? You're telling me that I'm giving you money. Like, I'm giving a company money so I can watch a film and then they can just take it away? Absolutely not. No. I am not interested in that model. If I give somebody money to watch something, I want to own it. It is mine now. I will watch it. I will put that Blu-ray in whenever I want, and Netflix and whoever can argue all day. They can put it on Netflix, take it off. Guess what? I got my copy. I don't know. I don't understand the streaming thing anymore. It just doesn't make sense to me. People are getting ripped off. Companies are just milking people for money. It's wild, and we just like hand it over. I did it for years. I double paid. I had 2 different music apps. Like, oh my god. If you go back and like tally all the money you've spent, it's eye-opening. Eye-opening. Juno, ask me anything. Can you really know someone through just the internet? I think you can, Juno. I saw your ask me anything. I think you can. I think it requires like intentionality and a willingness to be like vulnerable with people, and it's harder to trust on the internet because people could be anything. But I absolutely think that you can make like lasting, impactful friendships that are genuine on the internet. I truly believe that. And I think I have done that. Like I think I've met people only on the internet who I've never met in person. So Mushy, I'll pick on Mushy. I think Mushy is a friend, 100%. Like, if Mushy called me and was like, hey, I'm in your area and I need a place to crash for the night, I would like offer my couch without hesitation. And I've never met Mushy in person. Mushy lives all the way across the world, right? But Mushy is like my friend. I've known him for years. We have inside jokes. We've played tons of games together. We've watched movies. We've like sat in a call and cried and talked about all kinds of emotional things. Like, yeah, we've done the friend thing. So yeah, I think you can get to know people. But you have to be more careful because it's easier to disguise intentions on the internet as well. So I don't like Disney Plus. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Disney Plus either. Yep. Always go monthly, the lowest one. Don't do yearly for movie. Yeah. So if you're going to do it, Battleship, you're right. Don't do the annual subscription. Buy 1 month, watch what you're going to watch, and then cancel it. Don't let them like keep charging you. That's the other thing that they do. Only benefit of the streaming service is the service itself. Yep. Everyone else loses. Also, streaming services still compress their files. If you get a really good Blu-ray player and a nice like television and something like, and you put a Blu-ray in or a DVD or anything, you're watching a higher quality experience than you're getting from a streaming service because they have to compress. There's no such thing as an uncompressed streaming service that I'm aware of. And if they are, I'd want to see the back end because I bet they're manipulating how they present it. It would be very difficult to have a true uncompressed streaming service. Yep, buy the box set. Exactly. Box sets go on sale around the holidays all the time as well. Yep. Amazon Prime works if you are already paying for Prime. That's true. That is a good alternative, Battleship. If you're paying for Prime, check out what's available on Amazon Prime. Don't even have IRL friends anymore? You just predominantly connect with people on the internet now, Tree? I think that the pandemic really taught us that that was doable. I'm not sure that I exclusively want that, but, you know, I was very hesitant to go out. Tons of reasons why that's true. We don't need to unpack all that, but I was very much like I'm going to be in my house kind of person. That's when I really started streaming a lot, right? That's when that took off. That's when I really got closer with a lot of my online friends. Yeah. And a lot of times, for the purposes of like these discussions, I'll say IRL or online friends. But a lot of times when I'm talking to either group, I just say my friends. I don't even distinguish them anymore. Now, this is for like, you know, the inner friends. So like Juno's on that list. You know, Juno's like a good friend. If it's just like a VR chat acquaintance who I occasionally see or something, or, you know, if you play one game with somebody, that doesn't mean that they're immediately your close friend. But the same thing's true with IRL friends, right? You might have a friend that you occasionally do like this one activity with, which they might not be the person you go to for like heavy conversation. I think those are direct parallels, virtual or IRL. Oh yeah, Juno, 100%. People definitely don't understand that it is possible to build those genuine connections. There's a lot of misunderstanding around like what it is to have internet connections and things, but I think increasingly people do get it. I think it's been more normalized with time, but yeah, it's not like the norm, right? So it's going to be misunderstood, misrepresented. And I think a lot of media still portrays it like, oh, you can't make friends IRL, so you're on the internet making friends. And it's like, no, I have both. It's just when I get off work at 2 a.m, my IRL friends are in bed because they got to go to work during the day. And so I'm going to hop online and make some other friends. And that's okay too. And I can, when I have a day off, I hang out with my IRL friends. And then when I want to socialize after work, instead of like traipsing my town at 2 a.m. and bar hopping at, that seems like really risky behavior to me. Instead, I hop on, put my headset on, get on Discord, and I'm like, oh, hey guys, like, are we gonna play Slay the Spire today? Much safer. Yeah. Live in a rural area, get along with my friend, my wife's friends. So much more peaceful after letting go of old friends. Yeah, yep. Sometimes that's a hard thing to let go, but sometimes you're better off. Drug paths, heroin. Mm-hmm. And it can be taxing to like continue to try and maintain that friendship with somebody if they're really going through it. So I understand where you're coming from. So this is really interesting, Juno. You and I have talked about this before. Juno was talking about like the ease of faking something online. But I do think that I think people who are online a lot, you very quickly learn that like I don't know, maybe this is just a me thing, but your name is your currency. Like, yeah, and yeah, you can make other names, but people, like if you're in small communities, like, okay, let's say that you're playing VR chat, what, 20, 30,000, I don't know what the current numbers are, I don't look anymore. That is a tiny community. You even if you like get one account banned and you come back, people are gonna know your voice. Like, like people are gonna figure that out. They're gonna hear you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so you have your personality, your name. And if you go in there and like if you're a dick, slowly people are just gonna like cut you out. And I think that's important to remember online. So you can't like fake that because eventually people will see through those cracks. And there's small communities, so yeah. I don't know. Biopic rating movie this year, 400 million in the box office. I've heard of the film Battleship. I'll be honest with you. Feel like I'm being an idiot on the internet. I mean, it is fun to be like a little more silly here, some of the things that we do here and like waving my arms, right? I'm not going to do that at work, but I can get on here and be a little sillier, but different environment. I might wave my arms like that at like a family gathering, but not at work. So I think still a direct parallel IRL to virtual. So also that's very responsible tree. Yeah, good parenting. AVI, is that AVIA Productions? Or like, hope I got that right. Let's go, guys. Banned from yet another Sunset Bar group. Oh my, what was there? What happened there? Sorry to hear that. Mystery Skulls, yeah, final. I'm a big fan of Mystery Skulls. But I don't know. I still think there's a lot of misunderstanding, and I'm definitely like I think this is true in life, right? I'm a moderation sort of person. So I think it's very possible to have a healthy relationship with online spaces. And I think it's very possible for that to go too far. But the same thing is true for anything, right? You need a little bit of like fat in your diet. But if you eat too much, that could be bad, right? A little bit of caffeine in the morning, maybe a cup of coffee, that's okay. If you're dependent on coffee all day, that can be bad, right? All these things are moderation. Water, too much water can have adverse health effect. The same thing's true for online spaces. You can like use it productively. You can use it in a constructive way. You can socialize. You can also become overly dependent on it. So I think it's about balance. That's really important. But I mean, that's not like a new nugget of wisdom. I think we all know this. And then occasionally like take a step back and evaluate like, where am I spending my time? Am I balanced, or do I need to make some adjustments? As long as you're taking a moment to evaluate yourself from time to time, I think you're doing okay. Looking at the internet from the perspective of popular social media. Yeah, you see those like quick glimpses. Yep. The unedited part. Yeah, Juno, exactly. And you build those little communities with like similar interests in things, and you get to know folks within them. And I mean, that's how friendships are built otherwise. Like, it's really not that different. You join a Discord group because you really like Helldivers. Cool. Y'all play Helldivers. You start making jokes. You become friends. You have this mutual interest. The same thing's true IRL. Let's say you're really into kayaking, right? Cool. You join a kayak club. You make friends because you have kayaking in common. You make friends here because you have Helldivers in common. Either way, it's the same mechanism. Yeah. I think that's how friendships are made, or one of the ways, right? Shared experience. No need to apologize. That was the goal. Speedrunning kick bans. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I guess if it was your goal, then that's... If you got what you wanted, I guess that's a good thing. But, you may have missed out on an opportunity to meet a new person that you really liked. Who knows? I don't think I've ever been to a Sunset Bar or anything. But, yeah, who knows? Hopefully you weren't, doing anything too mean or anything. IGN just made a whole entire Michael Jackson. When doesn't IGN make people? That's fair. Yeah, water intoxication, exactly. And I like to pull that as an example because I think, when people talk about moderation, they're quick to point to like alcohol or, caffeine like I did, sugar, right? We're quick to point to things that have negative, air quotes, effects. And people are like, yeah, you should only drink in moderation because drinking's bad. But no one's ever like, wow, water's terrible for you. People are like, yeah, you should hydrate. So it's good to point to positive examples too, that when you're making a moderation argument, that it's important. Anything in moderation, because too much of anything can be bad and too little can be bad, right? You need a little bit of vitamin D. That's important. Go get the sun. Go get a little sunlight. Or drink plenty of milk, I guess. I don't know. There's other ways to get vitamin D. Or a supplement if you need it. Some people have sun allergies. I found out recently, my uncle, when he was like a little kid, he was literally allergic to the sun. He would go out in the sun and just blister instantly. He had this really severe sun allergy. And he outgrew it, which was a good thing. But man, could you imagine that? I didn't realize that was a thing. I imagine that's a really folks with that probably have a really hard time. I don't know if you have to like sunscreen or if you have to use like an umbrella or exactly. I should reach out and ask them. 3. Fastest ban was when they asked for my date of birth. Didn't hear them. Went instantly kicked. With too much sarcasm. Well, I know that a lot of like VR chat spaces have been, there have been these people that have been, coming in and making videos and like trying to infiltrate and that sort of thing. And so I think people are just kind of being cautious. And if folks start cooperative, they just assume that someone is being there with malice, perhaps, and they just kick fast. So I hate that it's come to that, because I think that does mean that there's a lot of opportunity for getting to know folks that's missed out on. But also, I can respect if they have like a space where they're not interested in minors being present. I can also respect, thorough moderation there as well. I see both sides of that discussion. Basically have a sun allergy? Aggravates the psoriasis? So do you have to like... Proteus, do you have to like sunscreen, or what? Do you just have to wear like clothing that covers? How does that work out? Infiltrate, but just for the fun of it? Have you ever, out of curiosity, like met folks that you've, like while you're doing this for fun, have you ever met someone and been like, oh wow, like this is a nice person. I'd like to get to know them better and that sort of thing. Do you ever, yeah? And then have you ever been in a situation where like, you met someone that was cool and then they found out and then they unfriended you and like kicked you and all that? I worry about the, for me, like I would worry about the deceit side. Trolling with them. Okay. Yeah, no worries. The troll side of things isn't really my area. I'm at an age where that's kind of, I trolled when I was much younger, but that's not so much my area anymore. So, but I'm glad you still meet some cool folks that you can connect with and things. I think that's important. Sunscreen, okay, makes it worse. Yeah, I had no idea that the sun could irritate that either. So see it, learning more today. Man, I'm sorry that you got to deal with that. I'm glad there's ways that you can sort of defend yourself from it, but I'm sure that's frustrating. But yeah, so too much of anything can be, moderation is key. Moderation. That's the takeaway. We got a little long-winded on that one. I'm sorry. You know how I am. Genuinely awful people? Do you do the same thing like in real life? Out of curiosity? Like if you walk by and like if someone's like talking shit to somebody in real life and you walk by and you're like a bystander, do you jump in and troll and help folks out IRL as well? This is always my question for trolls, troll culture. Try to? Well, that's good. That's a refreshing answer to hear. I'll be honest. Yeah, I think that's a very important fact of if we're gonna transmit a certain way of being on the internet and in digital spaces like VR or Discord or whatever. I think they should be like core to who we are as well outside of that, right? Like I try really hard to make space for people and listen and give thoughtful replies and have good conversation, but I'm very much that way in my real life as well. And like similarly, if I see someone doing something I don't like, I will challenge that. I'm like, hey, they asked you to stop, maybe don't do that. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that you try to. That's a good thing. A few years back during the pandemic, why do I have this big red rash on my face? Psoriasis, which was, I was gonna say that's manageable but not treatable is my understanding. So who knows? You're young. Medical science is always innovative. Who knows? Perhaps they'll come up with something in the future where it will be treatable and not just manageable. So we can, fingers crossed, we can hope, right? We can hope. Bedtime, behave everyone, especially Das. Juno, I've been on my P's and Q's today. I've been minding my best business. Juno, have a good rest. Thank you so much for stopping by and take care of yourself. Bye, Juno. Asshole with no one to quit. I mean, I don't know if I'd say you're an asshole. I don't. That might be. I think I've met very few assholes in my life, but yeah, I'm always a lot of times I think that people kind of like do this like troll behavior in one space, but then they don't do it in another. And I get interested in that disconnect. That's where I'll start asking questions. I'm like, well, why do you do it here but not here? And they always try and come up with some justification, and usually it's easy to say like, is that true? And I don't know, just interesting. You found a predator, so you rage baited them for 30 minutes, made them crash out and scream at you. So did you, like, out of curiosity, if you had like evidence that they were a predator, did you like report them? Did you let the police in their area know? Like any of those sort of steps, right? Like the true, like let's address the core, the root issue, right? I feel like that's where I get a little disconnected from the troll side of things, because if I'm gonna work with somebody on something, I want to like address the root issue. I want to work towards how do we, like, if you've got this issue, okay, cool. Like we need to make sure like everyone around you is safe. We need to get you like help in some way, right? I worry about those things, and I worry that we're normalizing like just making fun and not actually addressing the issue. I've seen this like trend, especially. Yeah, I don't know why. And maybe I'm just old and out of touch, and that's fine. But I worry about that. I think we need to do a lot more like care for each other and less of the like just making fun, and I don't know. I worry about the direction we're headed there. Tons of videos and allegations. Yeah, those things need to be addressed. I'm not saying they don't, but I do think there's like right and wrong ways to address them. Because what will not change behavior is if we just like poke fun at people, and they'll just change accounts and do more of the same. We have to address like root causes. Why is this behavior happening? How do we correct that? Do they need therapy? Do they need extra support? I don't know. I'm not like a specialist, but that's how we enact real change, by helping people. Not a fan of immunosuppressants. Oh, sorry, I skipped the message. Tricky, not like other conditions. The immune system basically attacks itself. Oh, okay. Yeah, immunosuppressants are complicated. Momspra has to take a few. She's got arthritis, and so part of that prescription regimen is immunosuppressants, right? And so like that actually circles back to we were talking about COVID earlier, and I mentioned like I was really cautious around that time, specifically because she's immunocompromised as a result of medication. And so I had to be really cautious, because even a cold for her is much more serious. So yeah, I worry about that a lot too with her. So I understand your point about immunosuppressants. It is definitely like a decision that you have to weigh. Try to get him charged? Not want to play the game anymore? I want to ruin the game for these terrible people. Fair enough. Like I said, my lens is a little different. I'm not interested in ruining anything for them. I'm much more interested in like helping them figure out what's going on, and then how do we pivot forward? How do we build structure around them to help them grow, to learn, to change, right? Because if you just push them out of one space but you don't address the behavior, you're just going to move to another space. That's not actually solving anything. You're just making it someone else's problem. So, I mean, steroid medication? Yeah. Steroids can also, it depends on case by case, right? And again, I'm not a doctor, so always defer to medical opinion, but they can be used sort of in conjunction, that sort of thing. They can try different medications and stuff, and I'm glad that there's a route for you that you're more comfortable with. So you don't think people like that can be helped? Just your opinion? Yeah, I'm certainly not going to try to change your opinion on anything. I'm just sort of expressing mine, you know? I've worked with a lot of people over the years. I've had a lot of people-focused jobs. I'll be honest, I've yet to meet someone that hasn't been capable of change, so I have a much more optimistic appraisal, I think. And I've worked with some people who are in some really tough spots, but yeah, I think with the right support, I've come to find that, you know, people can surprise you. Yeah, and honestly, I'd rather be optimistic and disappointed once in a while than walk through your life like with a negative appraisal all the time. But again, that's just me. We're almost out of water, y'all. That's the sign that we're getting close. This poor water bottle. I need a bigger one for stream nights, apparently. Looked back at an old post I made on a page that I was just looking at, and I chuckled up and remembered the context. Oh, yeah. Sometimes, like, old social media walls, they can be really fun because it's an opportunity to kind of look back through, like, a mindset of a time past, you know? I'm a big fan of that with, like, photo albums. I like scrapbooks, and so I'll have old photos and like, the way you decorate around them and the way you know, where your headspace was, who were you connected with, what were you worried about at that time in your life. So that's really a fun exercise. What was I worried about when I took this photo, and is it still a worry, or is it something that's gone away? You know, often I find that the things that were really urgently a concern, you know, 10 years ago, it's like now I'm like, oh, that's all settled out, and now I've got this new worry, and then that kind of reminds me that we'll get through things. So well, AVIA, that's totally fine. Like I said, I'm not trying to change your mind. That's not really the core focus of what we talk about here. Like I said, so I don't think that pushing them out of one space just into another solves anything. So I think either way, right, nothing's being addressed. So yeah. Give me a jug of water. I'm gonna have to get one soon. I'll get thirsty if I start yapping too much. You know how I get. Genki, how you doing? Good to see you. I hope life's been treating you well. How's your week been? Good experiences on VRC? Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you have. I've had some phenomenal ones. Actually, right when you popped in, we were sort of talking about parallels between online spaces and real life, and there's tons of parallels. Life's been chill. Nice. Relaxation is always good. That's part of why I didn't even do the bit earlier. That's part of why we came to the space world, though. We're low energy today. We're just we're relaxed. We're having a good time. And I can do a really dramatic far away camera and say, we're in space, because it's really big. Pretty cool. That's the only bit I had set up today. Oh, yeah, I need one of those, like, one of those huge jugs. Mm-hmm. Just have it ready, like, right by the stream area. I had to be careful not to, like, hit it with my hand. When I start waving my arms around, I've definitely, like, hit a lamp before and things. I've smacked a wall. I've made some boo-boos. I've gotten better. I learned that if you put a rug under your feet in your play space and really just use that as like a guide and make sure it's fit. Don't set it right up to the wall. Bring it in a little bit, right? So the rug should be your, like, comfortable play space where you could throw your arm out in any direction and still not impact, if you have the space for that. That, granted, that assumes space, right? But that's a really cool way to kind of bypass not being situationally aware, because I get really into what I'm doing, and just next thing you know, I'm turned around and I got my cable all wrapped around me, and Blue Bunny. Oh, like the ice cream. Yeah. Blue Bunny ice cream's solid. I used to. I was really into this last year. I don't remember why, but I started buying tubs of Blue Bunny ice cream, and I would like scoop it into like a blender and add some milk and stuff, and just do like a little cheap milkshake. Not really a good one, but like a little homemade fast milkshake. Oh, it was so good. Which games are next on your bucket list stream-wise? Great question, Proteus. I was thinking about this a lot. And, I've got, Star Fox. When it comes out, we're absolutely playing Star Fox. Hands down. Which that releases late June. We are going to check that out. But I also purchased the Zelda game Echoes of Wisdom. Is that what it's called? The one where you play as Zelda? I haven't played that yet. I bought it a long time ago and haven't even touched it. So I'd like to play that game on stream at some point because I love little Zelda games. And the is it Adventure of Link or what was the one that they remade where you wash up on the island? The name's escaping me right now. It's also on the Switch. Both of those, and I also we've streamed like the first Paper Mario game and Thousand Year Door. I got the next Paper Mario game also. I haven't played any of these games, and they're all kind of just sitting there. And so those are like next on my list, I think. Just rage quit, don't starve together. It is a very difficult game. Stream Team and I tried streaming Don't Starve Together. It was really tragic. We had no idea what we were doing. It was embarrassing, to say the least. It is a difficult game, but some people really like that, and I love the art style. I think it's such a classy game, art style wise. We should eat the ice cream. Yeah, absolutely. You should have some ice cream. Get a little bit of ice cream. Can never go wrong with that, unless you're like lactose intolerant. But they got like the little lactate pills or whatever. I don't know. I have a lactose intolerant friend, and they're always like, "I'll be fine." And then later, they're, "Why did I do this to myself?" Yes, it is very unforgiving. And when I guess it's like the sanity check or meter or whatever, or whatever it is, like it gradually goes away, and then the creatures start spawning or the visions it's a tough one. Yeah, Link's Awakening, Inscription, yes, Proteus. That was just the Switch side. Inscription's on my list. Ultra Kill. I picked up Ultra Kill. Never played that. Everyone keeps telling me to play that one. There's so many things. Also, I'd like to, like I said, I'd like to hit one of the game shows again at some point, and we gotta do our multi-stream. Yeah. We got a lot to there's unlimited possibilities. Unlimited. So many good games coming out. So many good games that are sitting unplayed in my library. So we'll definitely have some fun with it. The issue that I'm having lately is when it seems like the days that I keep having to cancel streams are the Tuesdays, which is when we usually do our just chatting, right? And so then I often will pop the just chatting stream over to Thursday instead, which is the other day that we stream regularly. So then the games kind of get put on hold because of the work schedule that's kind of causing some complications right now. So I need to just focus in, and maybe 1 week if Tuesday gets messed up, we just cut a just chatting stream and we just play a game. But I'm so bad at games. It's tragic. It's tragic. Very good game. Yeah. So Proteus has been encouraging me, gifted it, and has been encouraging me to check it out, and I keep not getting to it. We finished Little Gator Game. So we did a new game plus a Little Gator Game, and we did the new DLC, which was so much fun. The Underdark, the cave area, it was really fun. The VOD is up there. It's a long one because instead of doing like part 1, part 2, part 3, I just stitched the whole gameplay together into one unedited VOD. But if you like Little Gator Game, get the DLC. It was really good. It stayed true to the through story, the theme, the feeling that game kind of transmits with the original storyline. They really did a good job maintaining that. It was a very heartwarming game, I think. Maybe some other peeps. Ooh, yeah. That would be cool. We could put each of Stream Team on like a different game, and then you could be on a game. I could be. You got to give me the easiest game though. Give me like Solitaire. Solitaire. Don't give me Minesweeper. I never mastered that game. The duality. I feel like I'm in Mass Effect. Am I going to take the Renegade route or the Paragon route? Paragon every time, by the way. Minesweeper is fun. I just never fully mastered it. My patience always gets shot. I'll hit a mine and I'm like, why? Any game that you'd consider yourself moderately to very skilled in. Link to the Past. That might be my only game. I don't know. I feel like my area is more retro games. Only some of them, though. Platformers, I'm usually okay at, although Celeste has taught me that I'm not okay at modern platformers, so. Link to the Past is on the list. Let's go! That's my homework. That's my game. Bum, 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 bum. What a good song. Man, we've had a great stream today, haven't we? A lot of new faces, a lot of good chats. Man, I'm hungry thinking about all the amazing foods. We got some Canadian travel advice if we ever find ourselves in the area, right? Yeah. What else? We talked about space a lot because, I feel like the environment always inspires a little bit of conversation. That's cool. Talked about different games that we hope to play. The Star Fox Nintendo Direct. Various levels of excitement, but all the same, it was good to talk about it. It was on my mind a lot today. Of course, we called up from the week because we haven't met in a while. Yeah. We talked a little bit of TTRPG. We pondered a little bit about what does it mean to like role play and especially NPCs and stuff. That was a good conversation. Shout out Pat for that one. Yeah. Microsoft Paint is on the list. Oh, really? What about Mario Paint? Mario Paint's a good game. Still no step on the Lego? Nah, no step on the Lego. Oh yeah, the streaming versus streaming digital media and physical media conversation. That was a good one. We hit some like some good conversation topics today. I always appreciate what y'all bring to the table. I feel like we have really like good, like thoughtful, like thought-provoking chats, Hollow Knight. I need to revisit Hollow Knight. I tried playing it a long time ago and it didn't quite click. But I should give it another shot. It seems like it's so universally loved. I probably didn't give it a fair chance. There was probably something on my mind when I checked it out. So, Kingdom Hearts. I came really close to playing Kingdom Hearts the other day. I've got all the like the big bundle on Steam, like the remake or whatever. Yeah. Make your own data center. Actually, I bet that requires a lot of like process optimization. Because you have to manage like your power. There's probably like you need to house certain things similar to like Factorio and stuff, right? You probably have to house things in specific areas in proximity to one another, that sort of thing. Yeah. That could be interesting. Regardless, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I am reaching the end of stream because I'm getting quite hungry. I need to step off and eat some of that roast that we talked about earlier as well, that chuck roast. Some waiting in the fridge for me. It's very good, so I'm excited. Old school RuneScape. Oh my gosh. Well, everyone, to all the new followers, thank you so much for stopping by. For the channel point redemptions, thank you all for interacting with those as always. I'm glad you still enjoy them. We gotta edit some of them up, but it makes me happy when y'all sort of pop off some of those redeems for us. Of course, for the bits, the subs, all that support, that's always appreciated. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. But most of all, you know what I always say, thank you for your time. It's so precious, our time. It's so precious, so finite, and so precious, and it means the world that you hang out. So it really does. All right. Nighty night, Des. Likewise, Proteus. Thank you so much for all the good chat. Absolutely. Good night, everyone. Good night, Final. Tree, good night to you as well. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for you all make it what it is. Y'all bring all the cool conversation. I just kind of bounce ideas with you, so. Enjoy the Charles roast. I see what you did there. Oh, I will. Don't worry. I'm gonna eat it up. Got some potatoes with it too. It's gonna be really good. See you later, Skunk. Bye, Nirvana. Thanks for stopping by. Genki, so good to see you. Everyone, be safe, take care, be kind. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye! Goodbye! Goodbye!